is Smythe, host of the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.
Welcome to the Team Podcast episode. What episode are we on? 032?
Nope, 033.
Damn it, I didn't write it down. That's why I'm so confused.
Yes. Can we? Is it official? Like you've messed up half the episodes, or is it?
No,
like,
it's not half.
okay.
It's not half.
We need one. I think I've already made this joke where it's like, how many work days where no one got hurt?
Reset the board.
How many episodes were Nash didn't mess up the intro? I think we were on 2 there.
Resets to 0.
My name is Nash, host of the Team Podcast, and straight in front of me we got my co-host Wells of the Horseplay Podcast.
What's up? Good to be
back from his hiatus last week.
Return of Wells.
And on the ones and twos we got the great DJ Smythe.
Not a DJ.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, Wells? What's going on?
Yo, how was last week's baseball game?
It's good, man. It was worth it. We won.
Oh, you guys play it?
Yeah, actually, we it was a rain-shortened game.
Nice.
We had about a 20-minute delay because of thunder and lightning, and it just passed through. We got most of it in, and we won. So it was beneficial. It was good. Went golfing yesterday.
Oh, who's this guy?
I saw that.
Who's this guy?
Where'd you go golfing?
We were at Indian Wells in Burlington for my work golf tournament.
Nice. Did you win?
No. We finished, I think, 3rd or 4th.
Just letting the team down.
Wow, it was tough, man. I actually played probably the best golf I ever played.
Oh, yeah,
so.
right.
I'm not actually good at, like, golfing. I can putt. I can drive a little bit. But actual golf, not my strong suit at all.
Me neither. And I'm at the driving range all the time working on my game.
I hadn't swung a club in, like, probably over a year. And my strength is usually, like, the short game. So, like, chipping and putting.
Yeah.
And I was opposite yesterday. I was absolutely crushing the ball off the tee. And, like, with my woods, I was great. But everything other than that, I was terrible. Long swings, I was great. Short swings, I was brutal. It's a good thing we had best ball.
Anything you guys do this week? Anything you want to get for Chess Smythe? What'd you get up to this week?
I rented a Dodge Charger.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because you are waiting on your new car, new vehicle.
Yes, and that's not here yet. So I tried to rent a Hyundai Elantra, and they gave me a Charger.
Who are you?
Yeah, and it's great. I kind of like it.
What color was it?
I'm gonna keep it. It's gray.
Okay.
It's so sad. That's it.
That's it?
So that's all I did this week.
Anything you get up to this week, was?
I just told you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. I'm just like I'm like playing with a robot.
No, my week now consists of baseball. That's it.
That's it.
I play in 3 or 4 leagues sometimes, and it's just weekends are dedicated to baseball. Some weeknights, podcasting on their nights with the 2 podcasts. So you're not going to hear much different from me, but I'll let you guys know if I do. I'll say something different.
So are you like a professional beer league baseball player?
It's not beer league, man. I play one beer league softball league. Everything else is like competitive.
Nice.
Anything you want to get off your chest, Wells, from the last podcast?
I'm going to save that for the movie franchise part.
Oh, nice. Movie franchise part. That's the only thing you want to get off your chest about? Okay, all right.
Well, what else?
Because we got you so many times.
Not really.
I mean,
if that's what you call getting me, then you need to step up your getting me game.
I could probably count like 5 different times.
None. If you did, okay, if you want to call that, I was never offended. I was just.
I didn't say it was offensive. I was just saying.
You said you got me. Like, what'd you get me?
Just little ribs, you know?
I want to say ribs.
They were little, all right.
Little ribs. Baby back.
Do you guys hear they canceled Transformers? What Transformers are they on? 6, 7?
They just got rid of it?
No, they canceled it.
I saw the trailer for Bumblebee today.
Yeah,
it looks like trash.
That looks
really?
Like
I actually want to watch it.
Of course
it looks like trash.
Yeah, I actually want to watch it. So what they did is they canceled whatever Transformers is coming up next. They canceled it. So apparently they're kind of soft rebooting Transformers.
Of course they are.
And starting soft rebooting.
Yeah, so
the
it's
old
like
soft reboot.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that when X-Men rebooted, right? It was kind of like it wasn't really a reboot, but it was at the same time it was a reboot. So they're soft rebooting Transformers and it's going to start with the Bumblebee movie. Because obviously if you notice in the trailer, if anyone's seen the trailer, Bumblebee looks completely different.
Yeah,
it's back to like the cartoon.
But it's like origin Bumblebee, isn't it? This is dumb. I can't believe they actually came through with this movie, man.
Well, as long as they're not Michael Baying it up.
But it looks the same.
I think it looks better.
There's no like.
Did you see Starscream? Did you see Starscream when he transformed?
No, I just saw Bumblebee.
No, Starscream.
John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena.
John Cena plays Bumblebee.
Is he the villain?
He plays like this army guy. Just remember, there's always an army guy in Transformers. He plays some army guy. I think he's after Bumblebee or something like that.
Right.
And then Starscream's in it, and he actually looks like Starscream, not a stupid Starscream from the first one.
Is he the bad guy?
Might be. It actually looks like Starscream though. So I think they're gonna like rebooting it. And so what they did is they canceled Transformers, and what they're doing is they're starting their Hasbro toy line movie universe.
Oh,
Nice.
jeez.
And they're starting with Mask. You guys remember Mask, the cartoon?
No.
Yeah, they're starting with Mask, and I think they're gonna start reboot again G.I. Joe.
Oh my god.
So all those toy lines that Hasbro owns are gonna start the whole universe surrounding that.
All together one universe?
I think so.
They're
I
so
think that's what
smart.
they're doing.
You have to do that now.
That's what everyone's doing now.
You have to. You have
Yeah,
to.
look how it worked out for the what was it? Warner Brothers tried to do like the what they call it?
Dark Universe?
Yeah,
It's not
Dark
dead,
Uni-
Did you know
it's
that?
dead.
No, they're talking about it again.
But they
killed
killed
it, and now they're talking about bringing it back again.
Only one movie into
Well,
it?
they hired
Just
like all
have
these
Mummy,
people to
right?
play.
Yeah, it was a Mummy, and
That's it. That's all they had so far.
Yeah.
no, there was a Dracula movie, but it
Yeah,
was
they hired all the actors
Yeah.
to play. Like they had like Johnny Depp to play the Invisible Man.
yeah.
Like stuff like that, and they had
And they like prepaid him. And
probably
It was Russell Crowe, and he was playing Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
yeah. Well,
And
we
there-
all saw him in that movie.
There was a Dracula movie that came out a couple years ago, which was supposed to. They said it's going to share in that universe too as well, but yeah, apparently it's back on the table. Apparently that franchise is back on the table. That's what people want. They want that Marvel franchise.
yeah, that 20 movie payoff.
Let's connect all these movies. Let's make billions of dollars.
And look how it worked for DC as well.
Oh. Well, look at how it worked for Star Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars is not doing so hot. Like, I don't know if people like these
Side
these side stories.
Yeah.
And Wells, you haven't seen it yet, eh?
No.
See, it was kind of crazy because Wells and Casey were both the ones on board saying, "Yeah, this is going to be an awesome movie. I can't wait to watch it."
Oh, I still
did.
want to see it.
And they still haven't watched it.
The
But I know you're going to watch it.
The problem is,
eventually.
a lot of Star Wars fans have not seen this movie,
You
and
know
people
why?
that have seen
Because
it,
they put it in the
my
summer.
God. Yeah, it's not Star
They
Wars.
shouldn't
time.
have put it in the
I say all the
summer.
time, Star Wars is Christmas. I don't
The last
know.
3 Star Wars you released all came out during Christmas.
I've never seen a Star Wars not come out on Christmas. Not when you think about it.
No, back in the day, like when they had the prequels, they came out in like May.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Ugh.
So they went back down that
See,
road.
that's how we
But
get them.
Well,
they released it at a bad time, like a week after Deadpool.
Yeah.
oh man, it was what was it? It was Avengers a week, then Deadpool.
2 weeks.
2 weeks,
Then
Deadpool. And then next.
Yeah,
week
it was a week in between, and then
Yeah.
Deadpool,
No,
and
it was
then
2 weeks in between.
Was it 2 weeks? Oh, okay, sorry. 2 weeks in between Deadpool and then Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I went to go see it, the theater wasn't packed.
No,
It was
Well,
not packed.
You also saw it probably at 2 in the afternoon.
No. What did I see? I can't remember. 6 p.m. on Friday.
All right.
There you go. Yeah. Who's rushing to the theater at 6 p.m. on a
Leaving
Friday?
work and just sprinting to
Yeah.
get to the theater at time.
I saw Deadpool at like 4:40 last Tuesday, and it was maybe half full.
Yeah.
It's just not the right time.
Deadpool didn't make that much money either.
Sure, it did.
Yeah, it did.
No, not as much as they expected because they expected it to make more money.
Then the first one?
Yeah,
No, they
expected it to be
should
more
have expected that.
It made money, but not like more than.
No. Well, the problem is, again, you're too close to another movie.
Did you say your opinion on this movie, Wells? Deadpool?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I heard you guys talk about it. and you
No, I
guys-
was wondering
you
if you said your opinion on the mic though.
Oh no,
I can't remember.
I haven't yet. No.
Yeah, I think it was better than the first one. I
Yeah.
don't know what you think, Wells.
Very rare, but yes.
It was just different. It was a different movie, right?
Yeah.
Like it was a completely different approach. I had one gripe that we're talking spoilers for
Spoilers?
Deadpool
Yeah, if
too.
you haven't seen
Spoilers.
it, it's too late.
Spoilers.
I thought it was pretty cheap that they killed off his girlfriend at the beginning. I know they needed it
Yeah.
as like a plot point to
Yeah.
make him
They had to
like
do something.
yeah. I thought that was cheap.
I never cared about her in the first place. So
Yeah,
like,
it's-
whatever.
I did. She's fucking hot, man.
Well, she was in the whole movie. It's not like she left.
But she had like that little spot where she was just
Yeah,
sitting there,
she just
right?
waited. What do you want?
It was cheap. But I think that was my only gripe, really. Everything else was really good about it.
Give it-
I loved all the cameos. I love the X-Force.
Yeah, that was
That was the best.
That was way too funny.
Brad Pitt.
It's really windy on that.
Yeah.
Well, that was the funniest part of the whole movie for me.
The CGI at the end, that was horrible. The Juggernaut,
fight-
and Colossus
the Juggernaut,
fight,
Colossus
that
fight.
was
Yeah.
the CGI was really bad.
I wouldn't say it was bad.
Oh, it was horrible.
I thought it was.
It was
pretty
better
bad.
than DC.
I thought it was bad on purpose. That's how bad I thought it was.
It's just I wasn't like out of it.
Yeah, I know. So maybe because
I thought I wasn't like I knew nothing about them. Like I didn't know any of the spoilers, any of the
That's
Yeah,
the one thing
the
that I enjoyed.
cameos.
I didn't know it was going to happen.
and I didn't know Juggernaut was going to be in it. I didn't even know it was him until like when he
Until it
actually came out.
I thought that was great. Like there's There was
No,
nothing
you guessed
spoiled
it.
for
We were
me
in the
in that
theater.
movie.
You guessed it, Smite.
I guessed it.
I
but
thought
I'm like,
it might have been him,
Yeah,
but
you
I
guessed
didn't
it.
want to talk to you about it.
but I didn't like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't know anything going to theater. Nothing
Yeah.
was spoiled before I got in there. Not like anything like Avengers. Everything was spoiled before I saw the movie.
Yeah.
But this one was like, I go in there. What am I going to watch? I'm gonna sit down and see. Yeah, I was entertained.
I thought that was a better Juggernaut than the one.
Oh, way better.
Oh yeah.
I'm the Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And his like that suit was so bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, recommends and warrants. You got any recommend warrants, Wells?
I did not come prepared for that. I came prepared for everything else.
Oh, you know,
Recommend
just
and warrants.
just
That's fine. That's fine. That's
drop
fine.
in the
You
ball.
don't have to do one every week.
You do yours first because I think we have the same recommend.
No.
Oh,
definitely.
I have a warn, but you guys recommends first.
Okay. I only got to recommend Pusha T's album.
Boom.
Very short. This seems to be like a Kanye West thing to do right now because he produced most of the album, and Kanye West's album is also 7 songs. So 7 songs, very short, very easy to get into. It's Pusha T at his finest, talking all that yay. Just, and I'm a big fan. Been a fan of Pusha T since the clip, so I think that's a great album. Good album. Good album. No warrants. No warrants. I'm still trying to absorb the Kanye album. I don't know if I like it or not.
Yeah,
man.
that's my warn.
That's my recommend.
Really?
What are you guys kidding me?
What? Everyone I see and read, they don't like it.
You know why? Because they're stupid. So artists are supposed to evolve, and the same way we talk
This
about.
is your recommend.
This is
right?
my recommend.
Okay.
So the same way you talk about like when Jay-Z evolved and his music is churning as he grows and changes as a person, Kanye's West music is changing as he changes as a person.
Yeah, that was Life of Pablo.
And I'm not gonna say evolve.
That was the Life of Pablo.
Right? And this is just the next story.
Nah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's lost it. He's gone off the edge, which is why all the publicity stunts and the crazy tweets and all that stuff was just selling this album and where his mental mind state is. So if you appreciate Kanye West as the artist, like if you appreciate it when he went from, I forget what he did before 808s to 808s and Heart, graduation to 808s, it was a huge shift. If you could appreciate that, you could appreciate, I consider Pablo and Ye in the same category. But when he went from Yeezus to Pablo to Ye, you can understand where that journey is going.
Not really.
No, this was like just a rehash of like everything he's ever done.
Now, just to let you guys know, this is your warn.
This is my warn.
This
Yeah.
is your warn.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna say I gave this about 5 listens.
Yeah.
And I thought the first track I was listening to and I was liking it. Like I liked the way it was going, and then the rest of it I was just like, I don't understand any of this. Like he's out there, which is fine.
You know when I fall off the tracks is when he actually starts rapping.
But this is
A lot
not
of
a
times-
hip hop album.
I know. A lot of times when I'm listening to the beat, I'm like, yeah, that's nice, that's nice. I hear a girl singing, I'm like, yeah, that's nice. Then he starts coming in, I'm like, no, I don't like this. Now I don't like it. So
This guy hasn't done a hip hop album since maybe like a graduation.
probably
So
or 808.
Yeah. No, 808 there was some like hip hop elements, but like he hasn't really done a hip hop album, which is fine. Like I'm all for doing whatever you want, and as long as it sounds good. But like people are like, yeah, man, he's just breaking boundaries for like hip hop. I'm like, this is not a hip hop album. It's like
he's
when
breaking boundaries. He's changing
it's like
the
the last
genre.
album that like Childish Gambino came out with, and people are like, yeah, man, this is like the way hip hop is. I'm like, no, it's not a hip hop album. This is like a barbecue album or something.
It's a barbecue album.
But yo, I just want to add on like, I didn't really like the album. I've given it a shot. I might listen to it again down the road. I mean, yeah, it's like a quick listen. It's maybe like a half hour. I feel bad for the poor souls that went to the listening party out in the middle of nowhere in Jackson, Wyoming, and they had to play the album twice, and it was still like an hour long.
Yeah. And they're like, all right, go home.
Yeah, like you I was watching some guy who videotaped it, like his trip there.
Yeah.
And like they're just like in the middle of like a field with like bonfire and like lights going off and stuff.
That is
So apparently this is Wyoming's like the new place that Kanye likes to go. There's a story. No, there's a story where Pusha T, he's doing Pusha T's album, and Kanye's like, yeah, they're out in LA and they're sitting there talking, and Kanye just gets up and like, yeah, let's go to Wyoming. He's like, Wyoming. So they get on board the plane, and apparently there's a spa that him and Kim go to, or spa or resort or whatever. It's $5,000 a night.
Yeah.
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
And they're
exactly.
like, well, who paid for it? It's like, well, we split it. Like Pusha T and Kanye West is like, yeah, we split it. But apparently that's the new place he likes to go and relax, I guess.
I think
away from TMZ, I guess. I don't know.
This summer, you're going to hear Yikes and All of Me all summer long. So
until the new Drake comes out, then you start bumping that.
No, yeah, Drake's coming out next. Drake's in trouble. Let's not talk about Drake. Drake's in trouble. Did you hear how they ended it? I forget the guy's name. He said
Prince,
he pleaded with Drake not to respond because the response had been so filthy that it wasn't called for. So Drake's not going to respond now.
Yeah, apparently the comeback was really mean.
His?
Yeah.
Pusha T?
No,
Drake's comeback was really mean.
There's
And
no-
Jay
Oh,
Prince,
Pusha T.
Yeah, and then Jay Prince convinced him not to release it.
Why?
I don't know.
Because there's no comeback.
But like, it's just words, man.
For him to warrant not responding, there had to be a story, and the story was that this guy pleaded with him not to release the rebuttal.
He will.
To the track.
He will.
I mean, Pusha T's this was pretty good, but at the same time, you're like, okay, well,
It wasn't really a diss. You're
who
just like,
really doesn't have a baby
That
mama?
is a snitch move.
yeah.
But
Bro,
who really doesn't have a baby mama? Like, it's
you're-
not like
If you're a kingpin drug dealer, you're not supposed to be outing people's business like this. Right? When you
Yeah.
rap, you're supposed to be talking and dissing people. Like, No Vaseline wasn't talking about his personal life. No Vaseline was, you're a bitch, you take it in the ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? This guy took it to like federal snitch level. This guy can't be a drug dealer. I can't even go to a club with Pusha T after that.
can't even go to a club.
I don't think he's dealt drugs in like 15 years.
This guy's pick up the phone and calling everyone and tattling. His new name is Tattletale Teen. Anyway, rant done.
Nice. Wow.
All right, you guys want to talk some sports?
Yeah, let's get into some sports.
NHL playoffs. Caps are up 3-1. My question to you, Wells, is how?
How what?
How did the Caps get here? How did the Caps get here?
They played the games, man.
It's so crazy. Like,
Play the game.
Yeah.
Vegas looked unstoppable, and now the Caps aren't allowing the crisp passes. They're not allowing them to play their game.
I think Game 6 against Tampa, the Caps figured out what their next level was. Because now they're mean, they're aggressive, and they want every puck. How many pucks have you seen where the puck is bouncing and the Caps player is diving, jumping, kicking it to his stick, doing all the little things that win these kind of games?
The Caps have like 4 guys who can win the Conn Smythe.
You said
I said Caps.
I swear you said Caps.
No, I said Caps.
You said Caps? All right, sorry.
Caps on the brain.
Apologize.
Yeah, no, the Caps I think have like 4 guys who can win the Conn Smythe.
Are you
Like,
considering TJ Oshie?
No, I'm considering Holtby, who probably should win it. Kuznetsov. No. Yeah. Look at the numbers. Kuznetsov, Ovechkin, and Carlson.
Good. Okay.
It's probably gonna be Ovi.
I mean, that's like the.
If they win, it's gonna be Ovi.
It's Ovi for hockey. It's Kuznetsov.
He's gonna. I don't know. I think Holtby.
Holtby. No way. They'll never give it to him.
Why?
It's just not a good story. I'm not sure. No, it's not. I don't know how to say it.
He wasn't supposed to be. He was not starting at the start of the
remember at the
playoffs.
beginning of the playoffs? Like everyone's like, "Oh, he can't be in net. He cannot be in net."
He's done.
And then what happened? They lost the first 2 games to Columbus.
Yep.
And then after that, they've been on the wrecking crew.
Yep, winning games on the road and everything.
I'm just saying it's not a good hockey story.
Kuznetsov is a good story.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. They're playing well.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say. Like,
I think they'll win in Game 6.
Who? Caps?
It's gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna go Game 6, and then Vegas will get 1 win at home, and then
Then it's over.
I don't know. I don't know if they can even do that.
If Vegas gets a win at home, then it's going 7, I think, and anything could happen.
No.
I like
The way Caps are playing right now.
They're playing fantastic.
I don't see it.
So here's what I think. I think Vegas has plateaued, and it's not a bad thing. They're a great hockey team, but I just think the Caps are at this other level. They're fighting for everything. And you watch them play; they're fighting for everything. Vegas also hit 3 posts last night. Let's not forget the chances there.
Yeah.
Because Neil had a wide open net and just dinged it out the post. There were lost shots. If they hit the other side of the post, it's a much different hockey game.
bless you.
And potentially a Vegas win. So it's not like Vegas is playing horribly. It's just I think Washington's playing that good.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's bad? It's more bad Vegas than good Caps?
No,
more good
it's
Caps.
good Caps, but Vegas had bad luck that last game. Like, if the
I don't know
puck,
if I see it that way. I just see the Caps just beating them straight up, just beating them. There's nothing but bad luck or nothing. I see them just beating them.
I don't know. They hit 3 posts last night. That's bad luck.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Other side of
the
the
post there the whole time.
Other side of the post is a goal.
So if a baseball player hits it foul, is that bad luck?
Yeah.
Or you just hit it
No,
foul?
it's not. It's
Or
your
you just hit it foul.
Sometimes, sometimes it's unlucky. Like Neil had a wide open net, and he dings it off the far post. It's hard to do that.
That's
first
not luck.
That's luck.
You missed a shot.
Yeah.
You missed.
I don't
missed.
know, man.
That's not luck. You
I
missed.
call it because they know how to bang the puck in the net. I
Luck
think it's
would be
unlucky.
if he was like behind the red line, shot it off the goalie pad, and it went in. That's luck. That's just taking a chance, right? Or like if you have a wide open net and you hit hit the post, that's just a bad shot.
Yeah, you took a bad shot. That's nothing to do with luck. See, that's why I say it's a lot of good caps. And I don't know. I don't think the first round. Well, I guess Columbus wasn't that great. I guess people overestimated Columbus. And the Pens, most people picked against them. This is the best they've looked the whole playoffs.
Oh yeah, 100%.
This is the best they've looked the whole playoffs. And coming up to this, Vegas looked like a wrecking ball.
Oh yeah.
Well, look at what they're doing, man. They beat Columbus, who good team. It was a good matchup.
Yeah,
Very good team.
They beat their like
Nemesis,
yes.
like
that they could never beat. They finally got that over with.
Because rival is not the good word. It's yes,
nemesis.
you're right.
Yeah.
Nemesis, yes.
Yeah, that's a great word. And then they beat the best team in the NHL points wise this year.
Yeah.
Lightning.
You deserve to win the cup.
They beat that, and then now they're playing the team that pretty much I'd say most of the people watch Stanley Cup are probably rooting for because of the story of how here's an expansion team in the finals. So they've gone against all the odds and they've conquered them. And I think Vegas gets Game 5 win. It'll be a close one, but I think Washington will win it at home.
I find most people, and again, just listening to national media, I find most people are cheering for Washington now. They want Ovi to
Win his cup.
win his cup.
You know what the thing is that once like here's the thing. Once the 3-1 happens, people are gonna start cheering that way. Do you know what I mean? People are so finicky. Like no one's gonna say I want the team down 3-1 to come back and win.
Going in, I felt a lot of people were cheering for Washington.
They were a lot. No, for Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
I thought everyone was cheering for Vegas going.
There was a lot of people. It seems more Canada was rooting for Vegas, but just the U.S. market. And again, the people I listen to, PTI, all those around, like a lot of them are from Washington, so like
I just think,
but it seemed more that way.
I think the more casual hockey fan who doesn't pay attention that much is probably rooting for the underdog, right? Which is Vegas. Like that story.
Wouldn't the underdog be Caps?
No, I mean like the underdog story.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like the whole Leicester City in the EPL, and like you go for the team that was like 200 to 1 to win the cup. Like people want to see that sort of thing. That they like those stupid storylines. But I don't get like you have to choose a side. Like just enjoy it.
No, you can just enjoy it.
That's where I am.
But like everyone's like, well, pick a side. No, man, just if Ovi wins, that's great. If the Golden Knights win, that's crazy story. Like,
you said that going against Mike. Like, either or you'd be happy.
Yeah. But my thing is like Vegas has already accomplished their story. Vegas' story's been told now.
You heard they're going to get a parade no matter what.
What?
They've planned out a parade no matter what.
See?
So win or lose, they're
and losers parade.
Yeah.
And
because they've accomplished so much for a year, so they're gonna have a parade.
And
so Vegas is all about the party, baby.
Yeah, and that's why Washington's killing them right now because they've already won their championship.
Yeah,
the fact they're there is good enough. They already got a parade coming for them. But they don't need to win anymore.
I can't imagine being a player being like, okay, we made it this far. Like, why are we gonna
have a loser parade?
No, I can't imagine that.
I wouldn't want it, but they're getting one. So
it's probably more for the fans, I guess. Of course, like nobody expected this.
No.
Nobody did. I don't care what you tell me. No one expected it.
Which is why it's okay if they bow out. Those guys look like they want to win.
They're bowing out. I think they're just getting beat. But
well, I mean, like if you look at their faces, they're not sad. Have you seen Ovechkin when he's not on the ice? Do you see when the camera cuts to him?
It's pure joy, isn't it?
And he's just freaking out. Oh my god, what I say? And he's so involved in it.
He doesn't want anything.
I know.
He hasn't won anything.
When you think about it.
You know, since he's come in the league, he has scored 200 more goals than any other player.
Yeah.
In that era.
Yeah.
200 more goals.
Yeah. Did you know he's the most dangerous person on that left wing in the
history
of the league? No.
Since he came into the league?
Yeah, since he came into the league.
Is it it's not Crosby.
Don't overthink this. It's Crosby.
It is.
It's Crosby.
You're like
200 more goals than Crosby.
Yeah,
What about the point total?
I told you that
The
guy.
point total, I don't know.
He doesn't have bad years.
He's a great player. That's the point. He
I'm
is
saying,
a
like,
great
And even
player.
like last year, they're like, it's a bad year, and he scored like 40 something.
Yeah, it's like Crosby's missed a year. He's been hurt years. He hasn't led his team in scoring years. Alexander Ovechkin came into this league and every single year had good hockey seasons.
Yeah.
So this guy winning a cup is an icing on the cake for him.
Well, it's kind of like validation for a lot of people because they feel you have to, and we discussed this last week.
Yeah.
But they feel you need to win a ring, a cup, or whatever, just to validate your greatness.
That's why I said icing and I didn't say validation because I think that's bull duty.
No, I don't believe that either. And I don't.
Yeah.
Then by your reaction, I don't think you believe that either, Wells.
No.
No. So if you're great, you're great. You don't need
No.
a
You don't.
championship
You
to
don't.
validate that.
I mean, it sounds great, but
Yeah.
like for people who've watched him play, they know how good he is, right? And how far, he's whatever.
A lot of the story revolved around the opening ceremonies for the.
Yeah.
Some of them have got a little long for Vegas. You hear what happened to it? You hear the opening for Washington? They had Pat Sajak.
No, come
Yeah.
on.
What?
Pat Sajak, and it wasn't the Caps who did it. It was the NHL
No.
who told them, "Yeah, you have to have Pat Sajak."
You need
He's a season ticket holder for Washington.
Really?
Yeah. So the NHL told.
Where did they film that show?
It was. I don't know if they showed it live. 'Cause I missed the beginning of the game.
But like, what do you do?
He came out and announced it. He's like, "Your Washington."
Oh
Capitals."
my god.
Did Vanna come out?
No, everyone says the same thing. Everyone has. There's better there. Everyone has the same thing.
That would validate Pat Sajak coming out.
So Vegas had this big elaborate show, nights and stuff like that. They had Imagine Dragons playing and all that stuff, and the Caps had Pat Sajak.
Do you know what? The
That'll bring the young guys in. That'll
NHL
bring the
does,
youngsters in.
Well, if it was in Tampa, Flow Rider would have been there.
right? NHL does suck. You're right. You're right, Nash. They just get it wrong all the time. God.
Oh my goodness. Anything else from the series you guys want to talk about?
Oh, pick your Conn Smythe winners, man.
I said Holtby.
Kuznetsov, Ovechkin, Holtby, and Fleury's out now. Are we like,
Yeah,
even if they come back and win?
See, I don't like that.
I do.
I think the Conn Smythe can go to a quote unquote loser. If you're a performer,
But I don't think he's going to get it either way.
he's not going to get it.
Well, the Anaheim goalie won it.
Jaguar?
Yeah.
Was it Jaguar or was
yeah,
it?
it was Jaguar.
When was that?
I want to say 93.
No. They weren't even in the league in 1993.
2003?
Maybe that sounds
2003.
realistic.
Okay.
93.
But they
I'm
lost.
trying to think when the Mighty Ducks came out. That's what
They lost in 7, and he won the Conn Smythe. And it was like no
No, I
questions
remember, I
asked.
remember
either way.
that.
But it's like a no-no nowadays. Like you can't even do that. Like,
But he's played himself out of it, which is
Well,
the,
that's what it was-
that's the
exactly.
argument.
but he's played great the whole playoffs though.
Until now, when it actually mattered the most.
And the Smythe this Conn Smythe is the Finals MVP.
Playoff MVP.
Playoff MVP.
Playoff MVP. That's what I said. Final. Oh, sorry, playoff MVP. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Playoff MVP. So it encapsulates the entire playoffs, which it should.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's whoever plays well in the finals.
Gets it. But
Not necessarily.
I think it's down to 2 players.
I can't name the last player that didn't get to the finals that won the Conn Smythe.
Oh, no.
No, it's always
you
in
have
the
to be in the
finals.
You must
Yeah,
be
yeah,
in-
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it goes to
I thought
the
you
best.
meant what they do in the finals will tell them if they're going to
Most of the time, whoever wins
Usually
it
it does.
has to be in the
Yeah.
semifinals.
Oh,
That's
no,
like any
not usually.
playoff
Always.
MVP
You always have to be in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah, but the Conn Smythe is a playoff.
It should be. But
So
you know,
by that standards, Fleury should get it.
because
Oh.
no. Well, Alexander Ovechkin.
No, if you're encapsulating the whole playoffs, Fleury should get it because
But this is part of the playoffs,
I
the whole
understand,
playoffs.
But he's
yeah.
played excellent 3 rounds.
so
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
Ovechkin is going to score the most
won't get it.
goals in Capitals history in the playoffs this series.
yeah, because they've never made it this far.
Because Kuznetsov has the most points in the playoffs
Yeah.
since Malkin, and I don't know when Malkin scored this many points. Over 30 is unbelievable,
Yeah,
first of all.
yeah.
So one of those two, I think, personally, are going to win it. And I think both those guys...
Kuznetsov or Ovi.
Yeah, and I think both those guys had better cases than Fleury. Just because of
finals.
what they're doing.
Yeah,
Because
I think if they win, it's going to be Ovi.
yeah, like I don't think Fleury set any goalie records.
That's interesting. We're all picking 3, and you're picking Kuznetsov.
Yeah,
We're
I
all
think
picking 3 different Caps. If the Caps win. But if Vegas won, we're all going to say it's Fleury, right?
He'll
I don't know
probably.
anymore if he has a strong finishing, but they got to win 3 in a row.
Well, what's his goals against average now? 2.2?
It's too high now.
2.2?
2.2 high right now, bud.
I can look that up real quick. But anyway, keep going.
I have a stat here.
Is it a good one or is it?
It's for Holtby's case.
Nice.
Yep, Lord.
In the 21 playoff games since Braden Holtby has taken over as a starter for the Caps, he has given up 46 goals on 54.74 expected goals. He has given up less actual goals than expected goals in 14 of those 21 starts. He has given up more than 3 goals just twice.
What's expected goals?
What is his
It's a advanced stat.
GAA?
Well, that's just like, okay, you're like old school stat.
There's 2 stats: save percentage, goals against.
Okay, wait. I just want to know what the hell expected goal is. So there's
he shouldn't have let that shot in. So
there's shots, there's scoring chances. Why do the NHL have so many stupid?
I think that's a good barometer though. Is like
No,
when,
it's a
you,
good
when
stat,
you have
yeah.
advanced stats. I mean, there's advanced stats in every sport, right?
I don't believe that expected goal is a stat. Why that? Like, what does that mean?
Expected goal sounds stupid stat, but
Like,
yeah, Holtby's been good. I'm not.
So you're saying?
denying
Are you
that.
saying? You remember that save where the guy shot and he slid his stick across the ice and got his shot? Was that an expected goal? And he saved
I'm
it?
assuming
So-
expected goals means that there's a high chance of it going in.
right. So he's made good saves.
I guess it's a
So
shot.
he's made saves on, I guess, based on his position or in like 2-on-1s or sharp angles. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you a stat.
Hey, I totally understand that you did not make the stat up. I just want you to admit that it's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't think
There's
it's
a stat
absolutely ridiculous.
called
It's an
expected
advanced
goals.
stat, which is what
Yeah.
there's people who are now hired in sports to do these things to take, because you're trying to get the best value of all the players you can.
Yes.
And when you find these certain stats, we all saw Moneyball and how it works, right? How you can like penny pinch. So like every sport has it.
Do you guys hate advanced stats? I don't think I've ever asked you.
There's certain sports where it makes sense and certain sports where it doesn't. The thing is, in hockey, it does make sense. That stat is stupid. That's what I think.
Do you hate advanced stats?
No, man, numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie.
Numbers
don't lie, man.
Like, I think in the NBA, absolutely vital to know who shoots well from what side, because that's a real thing.
Well, that's an actual stat, but like the advanced stats in that, like PERs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, you need that. If a guy doesn't have the ball in his
PRs
hands, he
kinda
can't be good.
overrated.
That's
PRs
what
are
it-
kind of overrated.
So, well, it is depending, because the guys with high PRs are their best players, obviously, right? But like in hockey, for instance,
big men usually have higher PRs. But anyway, go on.
well, let's say like in hockey, for instance, Ovechkin stands on the left side with his right stick ready to hit the puck. Put a guy with the left stick over there, doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
right? Advanced stats. It makes sense.
Is that advanced stats or is
It's
this
a little
hockey?
ridiculous.
Is that advanced stats or is this
A
hockey?
lot of times you have on the left side a left winger.
No, I understand that. I understand that. I understand that, Smite. Thank you for explaining it.
Well, I'm just saying what teams do and what the Caps do and how that makes sense. So a lot of guys will switch now and put a right winger on the left side.
You finally get it, Wells?
Got it
Left
now.
side, left winger.
Hey, this is for the fans at home. If you guys want advanced stats, I'm just telling you how it works.
It's not an advanced stat. That's just playing in position.
Yeah. But anyway, I understand. You're Hopi. I'm acknowledging your Hopi.
You know me. I like to go against the grain.
Yeah.
I like to buck the norm. So
Yeah.
We talked about that last week while you weren't here.
I heard it.
Anything else you guys want to talk about the this series?
No, my tolerance for talking about the NHL is run out
Your
already.
NHL's
Yeah.
up.
You guys think it goes 6?
I think it goes 7.
7, eh?
Yeah, I think Vegas will get one more win at home, and then they can have their loser parade.
That's hilarious.
I think it's over. Caps in 5.
Nice.
Caps in 5. Let's talk some baseball. Some MLB. One thing I noticed in the national media, a topic that's been going around, was talking about the shift. The shift.
It's an ongoing.
Yeah. I know a couple of years ago, Rob Manfred, he was talking about limiting the shift.
How can you?
Yeah, just allowing teams that you can only shift a certain amount of times during a game. Absolutely ridiculous. Because they're noticing now that actual hits keep going down every year. Nobody's trying to hit singles. It's just
And why do you think home runs go up? You can't shift people into the stands.
Yeah.
Have you watched how Giancarlo Stanton stands when he swings the bat? No. He's a home run or bust hitter. He hits home runs or he strikes out.
You don't want that guy. That guy has, in my opinion, you don't want Carlos Stanton hitting a single. Go for the home run.
Right, but like, if you look at
Judge,
Aaron Judge has at least a baseball swing. If you look at Stanton where he stands in the box, if that guy even slaps a ball down the line, I don't think he gets to first base. The swing, he has to put the bat down and then shift his whole legs in order to start running to the base the way he stands.
Did you see the home run he hit yesterday?
Yes.
That was about 6 feet high off the ground and out in about a second.
He slaps the ball.
Oh, he's trying to bomb it. Yeah. And that's what you want him to do. Ichiro
also hit like this a lot. Mm-hmm. It's the same concept, the swing, but his is just like straight whacking the baseball out of the park. A lot of guys hit like this now.
Yeah.
There's no more like, and the shift, really, it's just advanced stats, right? Advanced metrics. Right, the way the pitches are going, they're to hit the ball into this.
It depends on who's on the mound and who's at bat and their percentages of where they hit the ball, right? So,
and what balls to pitch? Like,
sorry for the people at home. Can you? Anybody? Sorry, somebody be like, "What the hell's a shift?" Some people might not understand what we're talking about.
It's when someone goes into work and puts in time.
No, there's some non-baseball fans out there.
This is true.
So I like to include everyone in trying to explain these things. So anyone want to explain the shift?
Sure.
Wells, please.
Wells?
Basically, when someone talks about shifting their field, is they will adjust their defense to whoever's at bat to their advantage, defense's advantage. So what this means is if a certain batter is up and they have tendencies to hit a ball to a certain side of the field more than other, then what the defense will do is they will adjust so more players are on that side of the field.
So if you're a right-handed hitter, everyone's going to move.
Well, it depends because there's some right-handed hitters who spray the ball to the opposite field, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is they'll rotate the players over to wherever. That's why I said it depends on the batter, where they're statistically more likely to hit the ball. That's where you'll put the players.
Now, if you're looking at it on TV, you'll notice it almost looks like the entire team's on just one side, basically leaving another side
open.
Yeah.
I don't know why professional players can't just
hit it the other way. Well, there's also like the change in pitch speeds, the kind of pitches that are coming. So the certain players usually get certain kind of balls, and like a hitter hitting swinging early or late judges more where the ball goes than where the guy wants it to go. So a lot of times you're just changing up speeds. Anything over the plate is going to come at a slower speed.
There's also just certain batters who, the way they hit the ball is they cannot hit it to the opposite field.
Yeah.
That's just their swing, right?
Well, 90% of the major leagues can't hit the ball opposite field, technically.
It's kind of weird.
I mean, a lot of hitters, if you're a really good hitter, you can...
Well, they don't shift on everyone, so some people can do it. But it's
But if you see, the most common shift is the shift against a lot of left-handed power hitters, where you have literally everybody on the right side of the field. And what you'll see sometimes is the batter will bunt it down the third baseline. If they can, because they want to beat the shift.
There's nobody there.
Yeah, there's literally no one there.
Do you like the shift? Do you agree with Rob Manfred that they should limit it to certain people?
No.
Why? It's just
of
part the game evolving.
Yeah. Do you like the shift? It's kind of like, I don't know if this is equivalent. You know how when in basketball, if you want to slow down the game, you just foul the worst foul shooter.
Yeah. No.
No. Is that kind of the equivalent?
I would say the equivalent for you to stop the shift would be like having a 3 seconds in the key sort of thing, right? Where you're just kind of hovering in that one spot.
I'm trying to equate it to
something else.
It's kind of slowing down the game.
It's not slowing down the game though.
It relates to say the 1-4 trap in hockey, where they come into the zone, right, and they don't let you pass the blue line. That's that kind of concept where it's something that is effective if someone doesn't know how to get away from it.
But you're kind of stunting the offense type thing.
You're playing defense.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I understand.
That's all that matters.
I understand.
Right? And it's not like it's I don't think it turns into you're cheating because the other guy can actually hit the other side.
Exactly.
If he gets a pitch or a pitch gets away.
And so until hitters start doing that, then we're going to have this shift.
But you're also going to see players that can do that making more money. because now you don't know what to do, right? And that's now someone else becomes valuable. Like in the NBA, the 3-point shooter is more valuable now than he was 5 years ago.
I think we might see, and we'll have to wait and see, the young guys coming up who've grown up with the shift, see if they can adjust.
I mean, the shift has been pretty strong for the last 10 years.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. I'm wondering, now it's been a whole generation of baseball players coming up now that's they've played with the shift, right? Yep.
We're also seeing a record amount of like inside the park home runs because people are beating the shift. I think we are. I think we're close.
You have a source?
Yeah. I saw articles saying like there's been like 6 already this year, and it's a lot, but it's because the ball's being hit to places where there's actually just no one in the field there, so guys are running around on all the bases.
I'd say 90% of the inside the park home runs I see are defensive players running in and diving for the ball and missing it,
that's happens
or a ball that's hit really high in the air and it bounces off, crams off the wall, and like just shoots out somewhere, right? Inside the park home run, you'll never see someone just hit the ball, and there's maybe like 3 players who can run the bases in like 15 seconds, right? So it's tough, but I don't think this shift has anything to do with inside the park home runs. It does. No, it doesn't, because you hit a ball down the line. That's the shortest distance from home plate, right?
Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. That's all I'm saying.
You show me a home run this year that was that
inside the home run that was hit.
Let me find one for you right now.
Yeah, you show me inside the park home run that was.
I'm not going to find
because
one.
Hit during the shift. Yeah.
A lot of them are hit during the shift. But anyway, keep going.
You keep saying that.
The way you say it is like, you know, that you can give me an example. I can find any home run on the website.
Bring up the last one.
Okay, you can do some research on your phone, Smite.
Yeah.
That in the park home run hit on the shift, and you saying there's a lot, so you better show me at least.
Well, the way you say it is like you've seen it so many times.
But I was walking today. Is there any way? Because you see the NBA did it, NFL did it. Is there any way to increase offense in MLB with rule changes? I was trying to figure that out today.
Sure.
I can't think. You can think of some rule changes.
Bring the fences in.
That's it.
Start the counts at like 2-1 or I don't know. But like, why? Why do we need more offense?
This brings in more.
We've seen more home runs ever than we have in the last couple of years.
I don't think that's offense. I just think that's home runs.
That is off. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But like, what is it about? Like, do we want to see higher scoring games, or do we want to see more exciting plays? Because we all know people love home runs.
Because with the home runs comes more strikeouts, so you're seeing less action.
But when you
when you see the action, it is big because it's a home run. But you're seeing there's more and more strikeouts.
Since you've been watching highlights on your TV, when you watch baseball highlights, what is 80% of the highlights for each game? Home runs. So if there's more home runs in the game, then what are we worried about? That's what people want to see.
But when I'm watching a game, how long do I have to wait for that home run?
It's true.
You know what I mean?
So you want to see other runs scored instead?
I want to see hits. I want to see that. Like, is there any kind of rule change you can think of? I couldn't think of any that will encourage that.
I don't know. Metal bats.
Probably.
They use it in college.
Anything you can think of? Did you find anything, Smite?
No.
Anyway, anything you can think of? Any kind of rule changes you can think of? And because I remember last playoffs, you were totally into it because there was so much offense going on.
Yeah,
and you were like, "Yeah, I'm finally watching baseball because there's so much offense." I'm just trying to think of a way that we can just
eliminate pitching changes. What do you mean? You get 2 changes a game. That's it.
No, you can't do that.
If your starter's getting rocked, you just keep getting rocked.
Then you're gonna ruin pitchers' careers.
Manfred also brought that up too.
Why? What if every starter has to go 6 innings?
You know what we're gonna see. Eventually. We're eventually gonna see like pitchers come out every 2 innings. A team is definitely going to do that.
Well, you're seeing this year is that relievers are now coming in to start games and get out the first set of the lineup, like the first wave of the lineup, and then you're bringing in like a starter or like a 4th starter or someone to come in. Tampa's done it a few times this year. The Cubs, I think, did it the other day.
I hate it.
I don't. It's
I'm starting to.
It stops teams from scoring runs.
I'm starting to
appreciate,
understand it because
I understand it.
Look at what happened tonight.
Yeah.
And this is just a small example from the Jays game, is as soon as Estrada went through the Yankees for the 3rd time, they finally started scoring runs. Yeah. So if you can eliminate your starter seeing that lineup for a 3rd time, and you have your so what I'm saying is you have a reliever come in for 1 or 2 innings to get through the first part of the order, and then the 2nd and 3rd time you bring in your starter, and then you can bring another reliever after that. Like, why does
starter have to start?
Why does your starter have to eat the innings at the start? Why can't they do? I know it's called a starter, but like, why can't they eat the innings in the middle?
A long term pitcher instead of saying starter, it's like your long inning guy or whatever.
Well, they're called they're called like middle relief or the long guy. But like if
the long guy,
but like do you like? At first I was like, this is a joke, but if you rationalize it, it makes sense. Like if you want, because the more times you see a pitcher, obviously you're going to get a better read, right? Yeah. And a guy like Estrada who has two pitches basically.
Now you understand it well. Do you like it though?
I mean, it's just the game evolving. Mm-hmm. Every sport evolves, right? Like
now, if a pitcher was coming out every 2 innings, do you think you would like that game or? Like every 2 innings,
you're asking the wrong guy. Because like
you'll like anything.
I don't mind pitching changes. I don't mind the chess match in baseball. I don't mind that. If you're talking about reducing time in pitching changes, well, they brought in the bullpen cart now, so you can speed up your visit in. But it sounds like my viewpoint is that they would be doing this in between innings, is when the pitchers would change.
Yeah, because I'm not really talking about the time of the length of game, because it's not going down. And
no one cares about that. I don't shave 10 minutes.
They care about it.
I know, but if you can shave an hour, then okay. But if you're shaving 15 minutes, who cares?
But asking you, Smythe, do you like this? Like, understanding why they do this, relief pitching and stuff like that, but do you like it?
I like it. I'm not, I don't... It's one thing to watch to see a bunch of runs get scored.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to see how people are preventing runs from getting scored, because then it makes, some of the most exciting baseball we watched when Kansas City won. They're winning games 3-2. Fantastic baseball, right? When the game's 10-9.
But that was a lot of stolen bases. That was a lot of
and that's what baseball is. It's hard to score. In baseball, it should be very hard to manufacture a run. A guy walks to first, you bunt him to second, you sack him to third, and hopefully a run singles
in. But that's
in.
not what's happening in baseball right now.
No,
what's happening in baseball right now is
you hit a home run or bust.
People are trying to hit home runs. Yeah. You got relief pitchers coming in, trying to stop those home runs.
Yeah, exactly. So manufacture runs.
That's why I'm asking you, do you like
the way it is right now?
Where baseball seems to be going.
If it goes towards relievers starting, then the starter goes through the order once, maybe twice, whatever, then it's going to go back to you have to manufacture it, as opposed to if 9 guys swat as hard as they can, 1 or 2 of them connect, and then you win.
So then here's an adjustment that lineups going to have to do is if that's the approach that teams are going to take now, where relievers are going to start, that maybe
Aaron Judge bats 9th.
Exactly, or like your offense, you don't put out your best players until the 3rd or 4th inning. I don't know. Like, I think
the hitters have to start adjusting now.
Yeah, exactly. But like that's just the beauty of the game is it evolves and people adjust and it's not stale. It's not the same thing over and over again, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, it used to be 4-man staffs and the guys would throw 300 innings. Yeah. Like you get sick and tired of seeing the same guy over and over again, right?
Well, if
actually I don't.
if you want, well, I like seeing a guy throw 200 strikeouts and he pitches 7-8 innings every time out. I think that's great. Like Randy Johnson, I thought was the greatest thing ever.
Exist
yeah,
no, exactly.
Like I'd rather see Kershaw play the whole game, but it's not going to happen.
Now, if you want more runs, starters got to pitch 6 innings, and you get 2 more pitchers every game. 3 guys going per game. Shorten your pitching staff. If a guy gets bludgeoned for 25 runs, so it happens. Yeah. Sorry, sir, it's inning number 5.
It's an interesting theory.
Unless he throws his arm out, and then he can come out, but you can't play for the next 2 weeks.
I don't think you can do. I kind of am leaning towards it, but I'm like, I don't think you can do that.
I understand that whole say you have your starter, and you have 3 other designated pitchers you can use throughout the whole game. You choose when they come in and when you want to use them, but once you burn them, you're done.
Yeah.
And then you have to use a position player. I get that. That's not a bad theory, but
is it the best baseball?
No, but it's again, you'd have to adjust and you'd have to find ways to. You'd have more. You know what would happen then is you'd have more guys like Shohei Ohtani in the league, 2-way players.
Oh yeah, but you're not seeing the best of what a team can offer if they're limited to what they can do.
Exactly. But right now, because I look at it right now, I don't think starting pitchers are conditioned to play longer.
They pitch 100 pitches.
They're conditioned to pitch 100 pitches, and that's it.
Yeah,
they're not conditioned to go longer like they did back in the day when they had 4-man rotations. Yeah. I just don't feel they're conditioned that way anymore.
No. Those days are over.
They're babied.
Yeah.
Well, because 1 every 5 years they gotta have surgery and they're off for you, right?
They're worth a lot more money than they were back in the day.
Yeah.
So there's more care to it.
No. We could talk about this forever. Anything else in baseball that you want to talk about? Any teams catching your eyes, Smythe?
It's teams that aren't catching my eye.
Like?
Our good old Jays.
Don't we talk about those guys? Forget those guys. Forget those guys.
I think.
Do we put them to bed yet? Like,
Are
we having a funeral for the Jays?
We're definitely. They're drinking warm milk. We're singing a lullaby.
Next week we're gonna do the Jays official funeral. Unless they figure it out.
They're finished. They're finished.
I would not do it in June.
How about the Angels?
What about them?
Hot start, and now they're kind of trailing off.
They're an okay team.
Which is crazy. They have two of the best players in the game right now.
Well, Tanya doesn't play enough to be the best player.
What makes him the best player? He's only been in the league for 3 months.
And he's not playing awesome? What's he hitting right now?
He's playing well.
Yeah, what's he playing right now? 320? Sure. I thought you looked at him.
He hits well. He pitches well.
320 or 3 whatever. In like
but he's not playing
3
every
days
night.
a week.
Yeah, he's not playing every night. So he can't really have that kind of impact.
You also got Trout, who's
is the best player in baseball.
Who's basically been crowned this year as the best. Like, there's no question.
No question.
He's probably the best player in baseball.
Yeah. He's been the best player in baseball for the last 6 years.
Pujols is around there too, hanging out.
Well, there was a discussion between him and Harper.
No, Trout does more than Harper. Harper's great. Yeah. Trout does way more than Harper.
You can see it now. You can definitely see it now.
You would take Trout.
Oh, 100%.
If you were to start a team from scratch, everyone would take Trout first. I don't know anyone who wouldn't.
I think a lot of people would say pitchers first. They would probably take a pitcher.
No, not if Trout's available. You can't, man. He's the modern day.
No, Altuve.
I always value.
I like Altuve, but like Trout can do everything.
I always value an everyday player over a pitcher. That's just me.
For sure. That's
just me.
No, there's just more value in every day.
A lot of people would say pitchers. They would value a pitcher.
I guarantee right now, if you ask anyone if they wanted to start a team from scratch with, like, I don't know
who you can pick from.
Who would take Trout first?
Kershaw.
No,
Verlander.
Kershaw's in his 30s.
You're just like, no.
Verlander's 36 years old. You're going to start a franchise with Justin Verlander?
Starting a franchise? Okay,
like,
you're
starting,
right, yeah.
There's a fantasy draft to start baseball.
Right now.
You have the first pick. You're building a dynasty. You're building a team. You have the first pick overall.
I'm taking Trout. I'm taking Trout.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm taking Trout. But 1 year.
I'm taking the Judge.
No, you're not.
I am.
Get out of here, man.
You think he influences the game more than Trout?
Yeah.
His defense?
Because he's the second year, that's why. Taking the Judge.
Yeah, but he's only 1 year younger than Trout.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do some research.
All right, you win.
It's not a matter of winning.
No, you win. No, I take Trout too now.
But all that, and, they'll probably still get the wild card.
Can you name a starting pitcher on their team? Do you know who their closer is?
No, I don't know who their closer is.
So there's issues right there, right?
Yeah. Their closer
Shohei Ohtani's a starter, but he pitches once a week, if that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
When he hits another day.
they don't have the best bullpen. But the team that no one's really talking about that's dominating is the Seattle Mariners.
I was going to say the
That I have not been paying attention to. I have not been paying attention to it at all.
They are the best team in the AL West.
Yeah, that's
ahead of the Angels, ahead of the world champion Astros.
Yeah.
They're beating up on the Astros tonight.
37-22.
And they've been doing this. They've had this run last 2 weeks without who? Mr. Roids, or Masking Roids, Robinson Cano.
Well,
yeah.
It was like grandpa.
So ever since he went down, this team has actually picked it up.
So let's
and nobody called. I don't think anybody called.
Let's start at the beginning.
No,
I
thought they were going to challenge for the wild card.
Last.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
No.
Why not?
It's just they're
Your expert analysis. Why not?
This I want to hear.
They're not that good.
Why? What's not good about this?
They don't have the pieces.
What do you mean they don't have the pieces?
They don't play like they're not good.
They're the second best team in baseball right now.
I know they are right now, but this will not last. They will fall into a hole. They will fall back to earth. At the end of this, they are not in the conversation for the division. You can get a wild card of it. You're 15 games worth 500.
Like, I won't argue with you heavily about them winning the division because I still think Houston's going to do it.
Oh yeah, Houston's like all around.
But I think they're definitely in talk of maybe hosting the wild card game, at least being the second wild card team.
They're not. There's no way in hell they will host a wild card game.
You don't think so?
No.
They're only like one game behind the Yankees.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because they are not this good. They're overachieving, and the Yankees are not overachieving. That is the baseline of it. Second wild card is the best they can do.
Who's a better team, Yankees or Boston? Right now, Boston is 41-19, and Yankees are 38-18.
Yeah.
But actually, just looking at them, who would you?
I'm taking the Bronx Bombers.
It really is like
It's a coin flip.
a mirror. Like they both have ridiculous offenses right now.
It's a coin flip.
Mookie Betts is out right now for the Red Sox, so that's kind of tough blow.
I think I would give the pitching edge to Boston slightly.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
Slightly.
Where though? Because the Yankees bullpen's way better than
The
Boston
bullpen is good. I was looking at starting pitch. I was thinking more starting pitch.
The Yankees may have the best starter in the AL right now, in Severino, and Sabathia. Sabathia is like the ageless wonder. He's just
Sabathia just owns the Blue Jays.
no, but he's like, look at his numbers. Like he's learned how he's now pitching like an old man, like a Mark Burger.
You know what? It's a good call.
He's mixing speeds, mixing angles, and he's just doing his thing, right? And I don't know. Their weakest link is Sonny Gray, who they made a big trade for last year, and this guy was a Cy Young contender 3 years ago, right?
Like they're gonna trade him again and get
no, it doesn't work like that.
trade him for a superstar.
I think they might trade for J Happ.
See,
Who do you think? Will Smythe? Or did you already give that answer?
Yankees.
You said Yankees.
I like the Yankees.
I can't really give a pick. Like it's
it's
honestly
it's
a coin
close.
flip.
It's close.
It's a coin flip.
Washington's back in it now.
I told you guys this, man. I told you this at the beginning of the
I
year.
picked them to win the division.
We all did.
Did we all pick them to win the division?
No,
I can't
Smythe
remember.
picked the
I didn't
Mets.
write them down.
Smythe picked the Mets.
They suck now.
They're pretty bad. And then they lost Syndergaard.
Yeah, they did.
And the Dodgers are just
They're better now. They're almost 500.
almost. They're hurt a lot though. They're hurt.
But they're still,
Yeah.
you know.
Kershaw's on 10-day DL right now. I think they got 5 or 12
Rich
guys
Hill
hurt.
is there too. Corey Seager's out for the year with Tommy John.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're banged up, but they're still finding ways to win. Like that division's wide open too. I think the Diamondbacks lead division. They're only 3 games over 500.
Yep. Again, that division produces teams that win 85 games, then
One game
go to the
over
World
500.
Series.
That's one game over.
And I don't know.
No, but the Diamondbacks are leading division like just 3 games over.
You said
right?
Colorado's 1 game over 500? Or you said Diamondbacks?
I said
No,
the Diamondbacks are
Diamondbacks.
leading the division.
3 games
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
3 games over 500.
Colorado's one game
yes,
back.
Yes.
But the winner of this division, like remember last year you picked Arizona to go to the World Series? This division somehow breeds teams.
Well, this division last year had 3 teams in the playoffs.
Yeah. These guys, I don't know. I feel like there's something about them. How many times did the Giants win the World Series?
Yeah, you're
Well,
right.
Giants were-
they
Giants
won
were-
3 in 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, Giants were the bottom of the division last year.
They were
I
the
think.
second worst team
Second
in
worst team in that
baseball.
division?
Yeah, you
in
can't win
baseball.
every year.
In baseball.
They were the worst team in the division last year.
Now they're
like,
500.
how many times did they hit 90 wins?
The Giants? They did well. They won 1 year as a wild card.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
the
was
second
gonna say
wild
it.
card.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say that.
Yeah. They obviously this division, teams come out with
This division
86, 87 wins and then go to the World Series.
Look out for the Giants, though. It's an even year. They'll win.
I feel bad for the Padres.
Well, they don't ever get out. That's
And they
it's
went
not
and they
their
got
fault.
Hosmer. They paid all the money for Hosmer.
Yeah.
But they're not a bad team either. Like I know they're under 500, but they're not
It's
a
the
bad
division
team.
they play in. It's the division they play in. It's like what people who complain about. Well, Blue Jays fans complain about being in the East.
No,
It's-
man.
because
They had their window.
They
Yeah,
had
they
their
did.
chance. No,
But
but,
they get beat up a lot.
that division, everyone's like evenly beating each other up.
In
Right?
the West?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll agree with you there. But I still think the Dodgers, I mean, it's not even the All-Star break yet. I still think they...
No.
They have time.
Yeah, they have time. They have time. They're not that.
They still
far
got to
off
trade
that.
for Machado, so...
Really, 5 games out? Second wild
You think
card?
Dodgers going to trade for Machado?
I just don't see a better fit than either the Cubs or the Dodgers.
Philly?
I don't know. Yeah. I said Philly on horseplay,
Yeah.
Why is he
but I don't know
going
what
to-
they would give up.
Why is it going to the National League?
It just makes sense. Like, the AL has a lot of good shortstops. He wants to play shortstop. For all the contending teams, like, look at the Yankees. They have Didi. He's not going to third base. The Red Sox have Xander Bogaerts. He's not moving. The Mariners have Gene Segura. He's not going anywhere. The Astros have Carlos Correa. He's not going anywhere.
They're shut up, right?
Francisco Lindor for the Indians. He's not going anywhere. So he's not going to stay in there. And it's not like the Orioles are going to trade him to the Yankees or the Red Sox, right, in the division.
I'm just saying, what, like Philly next year? Yeah, Philly next 2 years. they're gonna be coming. So I think that could be good.
If Philly really wants him, they can sign him as a free agent in the offseason. But they're starting to fall apart this year.
This year, this year. I think in the next 2 years
He's going to NL for sure.
Yeah, the next 2 years you might see Philly coming up.
Yeah, I agree.
Any other teams you guys want to talk about?
No.
No. All right. So let's move on. Greatest movie franchise tournament.
I knew you were so excited for this.
All right. So
let's talk about next week. I know you want to get it off your chest.
Before you guys get into this, I listened to the podcast last week.
Thank you.
Good episode, guys.
Thank you.
Very entertaining. Had listened to it in one sitting, so
it was short. It was quick. It was quick.
It was a blip.
It's good. I get it. I almost threw up on my bus ride home when you guys took Mission Impossible
over Star Wars.
I was so angry. I got home
and you wrote an essay,
and I wrote I have a whole page here that I wrote.
Go shoot.
No, I'm just letting you know.
Yep.
Okay, and now just before we start this, what were the bases? What was the basis? What were the reasons we were going to choose these movies in the franchises? This whole thing. What were the
criteria?
The criteria. What was the criteria? Like, what were the main reasons why you would make a team, make a pick, like for a
franchise? So basically, the criteria to get into the tournament. Are you talking to get into the tournament?
No, because
when you say why did you guys pick Mission Impossible?
No. Why would you say to get into the tournament, but then that doesn't apply for the rest of the tournament?
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
The reason why you would pick what I was doing while we were doing this is because there were certain elements of a franchise that made them a franchise, right?
Right.
Correct.
So you're saying that to get into it is why they're in it, but then once we got into it is based on the actual movie?
No, it's based on what you think. But keep going.
But what do you mean, what do you think, though? Because what we're basing this on is, like, from my understanding, was not only just the fact were there good movies, which is what we were kind of talking about most of it, but, like,
the impact on
society, pop culture,
the zeitgeist and the thing,
how much money they made. Like,
I didn't go into how much money they made. I didn't believe in that.
That's fine.
But that's fine. You didn't have to.
I know.
But this, I thought we were accumulating all these
things for the greatness of the franchise.
Yes, and I thought that's what we were basing this on.
Totally understand.
Kind of. You could have done that.
You
could have made
when we started this, you had a list of things that we were like.
I totally understand where you're coming from with 100%. This, and I understand that you're upset. Well,
I'm not upset. I'm really pissed.
I know. When you write an essay about a decision that was made,
we haven't even got into it yet.
I know.
Now, you have to understand where I'm coming from. I was never high on the Star Wars franchise movies.
Did you see how he rated them on Instagram?
And I put it on Instagram.
Yeah,
this rating.
I think I agree with most of his.
Oh my god, ratings. Brutal. I didn't keep going.
I wanted you to see. Then why didn't you rebuttal? You should have went on Instagram.
I saw his ranking. I actually agreed with most of it.
I want to write mine.
But as far as movies are concerned, actual good movies in the Star Wars franchise, to me, there might be only 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Good movies to me, there might be only 3
and
or
that's
4.
fine. And we're talking about 10 movies, so
yeah. The more movies you have, the more chance you have.
And Mission Impossible to me had better movies.
Okay,
then more.
So
they failed less than Star Wars did. That's what I should say. They failed less than Star Wars.
So this is where I think we may misunderstand each other. Is I thought there was more of an impact for these franchises than just the actual, like, how well you like the movies, which I think should be the highest
thing of it. We said that eventually franchises will lose because their poor movies will outweigh their good ones.
I agree.
And Star Wars hit a plateau where its bad movies cost them.
I get it.
And
I get it.
I know we talk about lore and their pop culture references and all that stuff, but even all of that couldn't take them over the hump.
Because the people did agree with you, Wells.
Yeah.
The people agreed with you. They went 89%.
No, they didn't agree with me. The people are just, they get it.
Now, as far as the zeitgeist is concerned, the pop culture, of course Star Wars beats Mission
and if you go
Which you have to take into consideration, don't you?
I did.
You do.
And to me,
and you still think Ethan Hunt. Ethan Hunt is standing there, like, just pissing on Chewbacca Okay, so I'm gonna break some stuff down.
Shoot.
Okay, and we're gonna really see. I want to understand.
I guarantee you there's a lot of people.
To understand.
I guarantee you there's a lot of people listening right now. It's like, yes, lay it to them, boss.
Yeah,
lay it to them.
Let's just go over a couple numbers here. The Mission Impossible franchise.
I didn't realize it's going to be turned to a huge segment.
No, I'm just
go on,
man.
Go on.
I know there's only been 5 movies of the Mission Impossible franchise.
Okay.
With the 6th coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Total box office worldwide for the Mission Impossible franchise.
Oh, it's not even going to be close.
Just
Yeah.
let me spew.
Okay, go.
$2.779 billion.
Okay.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
And I think total budget was $660 between all of them.
Yeah.
So it's profitable. Star Wars box office. Anyone want to take a guess?
50 billion.
No.
Wait, so Mission Impossible is $2 billion?
$2.779 billion.
Mission Impossible
Worldwide.
Mission Star Wars is going to get to. I'm guessing, as franchise is concerned, they're probably the second most popular.
This includes up to date Solo.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're the second most profitable franchise, and they're probably around $8 billion.
8.5 billion is what Star Wars
is
has
it
made.
Second most profitable? Oh, you didn't.
I wasn't looking at. I think what was ahead of it.
Now remember, they had double the movies.
I think the MCU.
No, I agree. But still, if you doubled MI5, it would only be 6. It would only be 5.4.
They got $8 billion because they're Star Wars. It's not because they had more movies. It's because they're Star Wars.
I'm gonna ask you guys another question.
Double movies.
Rotten Tomatoes aggregate score. I did an average of all the Mission Impossible
Man,
movies.
you went in on this, eh?
Hey,
you let him finish.
I did an average of all the Mission Impossible movies.
Yeah.
Of what they were on Rotten Tomatoes, and I did them all of Star Wars. Who do you think had the highest? Honest question.
Honest question? I honestly think Mission Impossible.
Star Wars.
By how much?
Really?
81.1 was the average Rotten Tomato score.
What was the average of Mission Impossible?
75.
Ooh.
Interesting.
The highest Mission Impossible did not have a fresh meter until the last 2 movies.
Wow.
So that includes 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were all under 70%. Star Wars didn't have one movie that wasn't fresh.
Of course.
Sorry, I lied. Phantom Menace was the lowest at 55%.
Oh, that's horrible.
What was the second lowest? Or do you remember?
66 was Attack of the Clones.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Revenge of the Sith was 73.
I disagree.
Solo was 71, then 73.
Yeah, right. I disagree, though. I would disagree with those. Oh, yes,
so just that part's over. You were talking about, and this is another part of what I was saying, is like pop culture and like certain things that we remember them by. What would you say is the most memorable thing you remember from all the Mission Impossible franchises? That's like that can top Luke. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Whoa! You're gonna say the soundtrack over Star Wars soundtrack?
Yeah.
See, that's another comparison.
You're kind of wrong on that.
How many songs can you hum from the Mission Impossible score soundtrack?
John Williams.
You can do the Limp Bizkit one. You can do the.
Now,
even their crappy movies had a better soundtrack.
What, Star Wars?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about soundtracks. I'm talking about the most memorable thing about Mission Impossible.
Duel of the Fates?
It's
fair. It's fair.
The theme.
That's the question I asked. Yeah, you answered it.
It's the theme.
Nash, what do you think?
As far as soundtrack's concerned?
No. I said, what is the most memorable thing about Mission Impossible you can...
I'm not even saying memorable. I just enjoy them more. I would rather sit down and watch a lot more Mission Impossible
Not
movies.
answer the question.
Yeah, you're not answering the question.
Okay. Memorable...
Because I remember where I was when I first saw Yoda whip out a lightsaber, right?
That fight was so bad.
But I still remember where I was.
That was so bad. That scene was so bad. Maybe the mask coming off. The Seymour Hoffman in the plane when he threatened Ethan Hunt. The underwater scene I love. That stood out a lot.
Okay. Mission Impossible 1. Who was the villain?
That was Angelina Jolie's father.
Yeah, it was. What was his name?
I can't remember.
Shocking. Star Wars, New Hope. Who was the villain?
New Hope?
Palpatine?
The first Star Wars.
Darth Vader.
Thank you.
Darth Vader. Well, obviously Darth Vader.
Who was the first in the Phantom Menace? Who was the villain in Star Wars?
No.
I don't know. I try to forget that movie.
Darth Maul?
Maul. Sorry.
Was it Maul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
He's my favorite villain.
Like,
He's
you
my favorite
talked
bad
about it last episode.
He's the best bad guy.
You said the dual
Here's the
lightsaber.
thing. Here's now.
What's the thing?
No, he wasn't the main antagonist in that movie. He came in the end. He wasn't the main antagonist.
He was there throughout
He was the apprentice.
No,
Yeah.
but he wasn't the main antagonist.
Yes, he was.
No, it was
Yes,
a trade
he
federation.
was.
It was a trade
Give
federation.
me a break. Don't give me the trade fed. Then the main villain in the Mission Impossible movies is the agencies. Okay,
guess.
who is the main villain in Mission Impossible 2? Okay, who's the main villain in Mission Impossible 3?
It was the other agent. Remember the motorcycle thing?
This is the point I'm trying to make. Is the impact that these movies have. You know who the villain is in every movie. Count Dooku.
Star Wars?
Darth. Yeah.
You know what every villain is.
Who's the villain in Force Awakens?
I don't even remember. The order,
The new guy. The new
order.
Yeah.
The Hitler guy.
The new
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren.
Oh yeah,
know
sorry,
this.
Kylo Ren.
The new Darth
know
Vader.
this.
New Darth Vader.
No, actually, I don't, because I don't like
do
that movie.
know this.
No,
Here's
I don't like that movie.
The thing about Star Wars, like Star Wars 4 and Star Wars 7, it's basically the same movie recycled.
For sure.
Okay. They're flipping.
But by that theory,
hold on. They're flipping instead of the good guy turning bad, they're making the bad guy turn good. It's just basic stuff, and they're throwing them into these massive blockbuster movies. It's a storyline that, and I know it was written before, but what I'm saying is it's not like crazy captivating super movie. We're watching it and it's a blockbuster. We totally understand these superstar characters are in there. Is it enough for us to say this franchise like that franchise when they're recycling ideas, they're bringing back new things? The movies aren't even good. People have they're upset about stuff that happens. You're getting folklore characters
you
that
know
are
why
now
people get upset? Because there's so many people that like the movies.
exactly. Oh my God, you killed Luke
You're never gonna please
Skywalker. That's so
everyone.
horrible.
No, you're not.
That's brutal.
Yeah, but what you seem to be talking about, Wells, is the impact on pop culture.
But I thought that was one of the bases.
It is one of the
be.
things,
It should be.
and Star Wars would win that.
But to me,
You can't even name the villains.
I would
in any
rather
of the
sit down and
movies.
watch more Mission Impossible movies than I would Star Wars.
I would say they're getting better.
Star Wars
like-
movies?
No, the
No.
Mission
Oh, yeah,
Impossible
they
movies.
are.
They are
100%.
They did something happened after
2.
I'd say 3,
I say 3.
I'd like 3.
where they started. It
Well,
became more.
3 then beyond. 3 then
Yeah.
beyond. Yeah, yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like I'm just. I
Flabbergasted.
cannot believe, and I just can't believe that we are gonna move on, and Star Wars is in the dust, and you're gonna make me choose Mission Impossible over what?
All I'm saying is that I don't think Star Wars has the quality.
I'm actually kind of shocked that he didn't pick Star Wars. You could tell just the way my movie taste goes. I wasn't gonna pick Star Wars at this point. Just wasn't. I'm shocked that you didn't pick them, Smythe.
Dude, we're at the point where we're making Star Wars movies about characters from 30 years ago, hoping to get a back blockbuster, right? Like, what is Solo?
But those movies are better, in my opinion.
You like Solo?
No, well, I'm not gonna say we're
Okay.
like, they're just
So
like Solo. No, I'm talking about the older ones.
We're just
Empire
trying.
was great. It was a great movie.
Yeah, they were great movies back then, when movies were.
No, it's great now. It's great now.
If you
In
play-
comparison to now.
if that
No.
movie came out next week,
Yeah, it's
you'd
great.
be like, it's okay.
No, it's great.
No,
Because they gave you it in Star Wars 7. They gave you Star Wars 4 again. And you said, it's all right.
Star Wars Empire Strikes Back was 98% of Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, everyone loved
I don't know who the one guy is that didn't like it.
it. Yeah, everyone thought that was the greatest movie. Yeah.
It is. It's the best Star Wars movie.
It's probably one of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
And Empire Strikes Back alone would beat out any Mission Impossible movie. Hands down.
That's the best movie in the series.
Yes, hands down.
On the 2 series.
Anyway, anything else? Is this a Toy Story?
Because we're going to bring back Toy Story.
Toy Story was just
There's like a last chance to win in, and
was
Toy
like-
Story's on that list, but Star Wars is not on
well,
the
it's like,
list.
thank God Toy Story's gone.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got this week?
Anything else?
Star Wars is gone, bro. You can't have it back.
No, you know what? I know it's gone, but I was just trying to
Yeah, that's fair.
Wrap your head around
I
why
love
it's
that.
gone.
trying to understand how we got here.
All right, this week we got.
Did you hear any other sorry, I don't mean to cut you
Yeah,
out.
go on.
Did you hear any other people be like, "What?" Like,
No, a lot of people said what?
yeah, thank you. Okay.
A lot of people said what? Like I told you, the people said 89% for Star Wars. You're talking to the wrong guy than me. You got to convince Smythe over there. I knew I was never gonna pick Star Wars going. I think I voted. I think the vote prior to this one, I voted against Star Wars. I think I can't remember. Anyway, so this week we got a 7 and an 11. You got Mission Impossible, a 7, and an 11, Indiana Jones. And Wells is laughing right now. I think I know where your 2 votes are going to go.
We could have had Indiana Jones versus Star Wars. That would have been great.
I think I know where your guys' votes are going to go, but we're going to talk it out anyway. Where are you going to go? Do you want to talk about this, Smythe?
Wells first.
Go. No, Wells is busy. That's why I'm asking you, because Wells is busy.
Wells first.
No, Wells is busy. That's why I'm asking you. What do you want to say about this? I know you love the Indiana Jones series, so it's like...
This is a tough one, man.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, for me, birthed the action movie.
Yeah, so you've said this many times.
Yeah, so... But
Harrison Ford.
Mission Impossible took out Star Wars. Something's got to be said for that, right?
Took out Star Wars.
I'm just going to come out and say I'm going to ride Indiana Jones.
Which I figured you would.
Yeah. And I don't know what else I'm going to say about it, but it's pop culture phenomenon. Like, well, so this is why Star Wars should win.
Now we're taking that into consideration here, right? Okay.
But the difference is I liked every time I saw Indiana Jones, I thought he was awesome. And I think when you keep building, like, for instance, reference to Star Wars, once Star Wars came out, were people trying to copy Star Wars after?
Yes.
Like, was
They still are.
Was Star Trek birthed by Star
They
Wars?
still
Like,
are.
Do you
Look
think
at all the TV shows that have
is
been
the
because
action
of Star Wars.
sci-fi
Yes.
based on Star Wars, you think?
Yes. 100% Smythe.
All right.
But that's not why we voted
Anything that's successful, people would try to copy.
Yeah.
Anything.
There have been so many movies that were copied right after Star Wars. So many.
I mean, like, but did it define what
Yes.
sci-fi is?
They made
Yes.
Spaceballs.
They basically define what space movies should be.
All right, if that's how you guys feel about it.
But anyway, that's not the point. Star Wars is gone now, so we're talking about Indiana Jones. And yes, you've said this many times that Indiana Jones, basically, the action hero
Action adventure
has been defined by Indiana Jones.
Till this day still is.
To this day, still is. Blah blah. Anything you want to say about these 2 movies?
I take Star Wars. I don't know, man. I'm now turned upside down on what we have to rate this on. I'm now.
You can still rate it however you want to rate it. That's the whole point of this. That's why there's 3 of us here to rate however you want to rate.
That code of ethics you go by, you can just use that.
I can't, in goodwill.
You can't even get past the Star Wars. He can't get past Star Wars.
I can't. I like the way that the Mission Impossible franchise, I like the turn it's taken. I like watching these movies now. I like seeing them in the theater. And I really only like 2 Indiana Jones movies. So, I mean, now those 2 Indiana Jones movies were classic and like quotable movies. But I don't know.
Are they the best 2 movies out of all the movies? But
yes.
in front of you?
Yeah, I'll take Indiana Jones.
Well,
Indiana Jones.
So much for your opinion.
So we got 2 for Indiana Jones. Like I said, I love the Mission Impossible movies. This is the spy movie now, quote unquote spy movie now. Can't wait for the 6th one to come in the theaters. But Indiana Jones, and I'm also gonna go Indiana Jones.
That's it. It's over. Just like that. The guys that took down Star Wars are gone in 5 minutes.
Indiana Jones moves on.
That's great.
Indiana Jones moves on. So
Indiana Jones goes to the final.
We're gonna have to give Wells some time to think about this and just get over the fact that
we're gonna give Star Wars a funeral, just like we're gonna give the Jays a funeral next week.
So we got a big UFC coming up.
Wait, that's it?
That's it for this week.
What?
Yeah,
just do the other one.
No, because we got.
Don't we only have one more week anyway to record?
Nope.
No, we got like maybe 2.
We decided we're going until the end of July.
So we got a UFC coming up, and I thought I'd hand over the reins to the Wells, the UFC expert here.
Well, you gave us the itinerary, and you left out. You always leave out UFC. I don't know.
And you have to remind me every time.
Okay. Big card this weekend, UFC 225. This is like the start. So throughout the summer, UFC has like 3 really, really big cards. 1 in June, 1 in July, 1 in August. All have multiple. Well, sorry, this one doesn't. But the other 2 have multiple championships going on. So headline this one is Robert Whittaker versus Yoel Romero for the middleweight title, which should be it's a rematch, which Whittaker won. I don't know if you ever watched the Romero fight, but he's very exciting. Robert Whittaker is like a new hybrid fighter. Anyways, Rafael Dos Anjos versus Colby Covington. Colby Covington is like the new Chael Sonnen, like trash talker. Like he's trying to make a name for himself being a trash talker. He's never really fought anyone yet, so this should be a good barometer. Holly Holm, former bantamweight champion.
Who's she fighting? Who's Holly Holm fighting?
Megan Anderson.
Was that a last round replacement?
No,
it wasn't.
She's been there for at least a month. Former champion Andrei Arlovsky in the heavyweight divisions fighting Tua Tuivasa, who is undefeated. He's like 9-0. And the reason why I know Smythe is going to watch this now is because CM Punk is fighting Mike Jackson.
That's the fight you thought it was going to be.
CM Punk is fighting back in Chicago.
CM Punk lasted how many minutes his first UFC fight?
2.5.
Why do we think he's going to last longer in this one?
We don't.
No.
There's no reason why he should be on the main card.
No.
But we all know why he's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's going to bring eyeballs.
He's going to bring guys like Smythe to watch it.
He's not even a good UFC fighter. I'm actually not.
Well, we don't know yet.
I'm actually not going to watch.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not. I'm not.
Headlining the undercard,
Yeah.
Alistair Overeem against Curtis Blades, a heavyweight matchup, which would be not headlining most cards.
This card's kind of stacked with names.
Yes.
Yeah, this card's stacked with
And then
names.
fighting on the Fight Pass preliminary card, do you guys remember Rashad Evans?
Yes.
Fighting there.
From Buffalo.
Coming back.
Rather watch that fight.
There you go. When you
watch
wake
CM
up at
Punk.
6 p.m. to watch it,
Yeah.
when it'll be on.
Rather watch that than CM Punk get knocked out in 30 seconds.
Clay Guida is fighting.
Yeah, like...
It's stacked with names. This card is definitely stacked with names. Clay Guida's fighting.
Do you think UFC needs this?
What do you mean needs it?
What do you mean needs it?
For what?
God, I don't care about any of these guys. I'm an average.
You don't care about it.
I'm an average fan. So you have hardcore fans that are into stuff.
I think you're below an average fan.
No one else is interested in any of these fights.
What do you mean no one else?
No one else.
What do you mean no one else?
Nobody.
Who?
I've
What
been.
I don't understand.
Base your information on.
I watch sports every day. No one's said a word about UFC all week. This fight is
Because
this
the people
weekend.
you listen to don't talk about
No,
UFC.
I watch generic news and
Yeah, so you're into generic news.
not a single
So you
word
listen
of
to
this card.
No, but like when
What's
when
generic?
does
Okay, wait. I want to know what generic news is. Sportsnet?
Sportsnet, SportsCenter,
he has a Tim and Sid approach. You just,
So they
whatever
don't
highlights
care.
are on is
So
what you
they're
know about the
invested in
sports
hockey.
world.
So they don't
TSN.
care.
I'm watching sports highlights, whatever. No one's spoken.
But that's your basis of knowledge.
Okay, but if GSP was fighting or
but that's the
or
what?
Anderson
The what?
Silva, or the
UFC
big,
only matters when there's like 8 fighters fighting.
UFC only matters when people that the generic public know about are fighting,
No,
and they're not.
that's
fighting
not how
against
the sport
UFC.
works.
Okay, I understand that, but
How did Conor McGregor ever get into a big fighter? You didn't know when he was fighting on.
if
fight
he was
cards.
fighting right now, they'd be talking about it all.
But you didn't know. How did he get there? You think he just sprouted from a tree
so
and people are like,
a bunch
"Hey
of
man,
guys
this
that are
guy's gonna
not
be good."
relevant yet are fighting.
So don't you? Okay.
So my question is,
when you
does-
guys talk about greatness in sports,
Yeah.
like you watch them when they're great now, but don't you want to see them develop into greatness?
I would love to.
Actually,
What
so
I'm
then
saying
you actually
though,
have to watch the sport.
does UFC not need a card of their top fighters because people are not talking about them on the generic
Well,
sports
this is
level?
what happens. You have weight classes.
Okay, but
You have the top middleweight fighting the other top middleweight. That's a class. It's happening. Yoel Romero's exciting, man. You don't like him, you don't like him. But like, if you ever actually watch them fight, you would like it.
But you're saying this is a stat card.
It's
I'm
a very
saying,
stat card.
Does UFC need
all the
to
former
put
champions
together
on it?
the best card possible because no one's talking about this sport?
Yes, they are. This is a huge fight.
Okay,
wait. That's not his question. No. I don't know if they need it in the form of what they need to attract more. Fans,
Okay,
you think?
you watch the next card in July where Daniel Cormier fights Stipe Miocic, which are two champions going at it.
probably.
Yeah.
What I'm saying,
So you're
though,
saying every card needs to be like that, which is impossible.
I'm not saying it's possible. What I'm saying is this is a stat card. You said
It's a
saying,
very stat card.
does-
You have Alistair Overeem headlining the
does
undercard.
UFC need to be raising the bar at this level because they're not getting the interest?
No, I just think no, they do get the interest. They still sell out arenas.
I haven't heard them on generic sports, everyday sports,
But then expand your horizons, man.
since Floyd Mayweather fought.
I understand.
That's
what he's
not
talking
true.
about. No, I understand.
Yes.
What he's talking
That's not true because GSP fought after that.
Okay, JSP.
about. No, I understand what he's talking about. Here, Wells.
But generic sports shouldn't be your barometer of whether you.
No.
I'm
You are
asking
right.
a question. I'm not saying based on me or anything. I'm just saying.
No, you're
in
right. But
general.
understand his question. Like a couple years ago, UFC would have been on Sportsnet, would have been on TSN, because every card they're playing, they would have been there. Now they're not.
Okay, well, it's different now because Sportsnet used to show UFC. They don't show any UFC now.
Yeah, because they're invested into it. Yeah.
So they don't even show their contract is not with UFC, so they don't care.
But they still show the highlights.
No, they don't. When's the last time you saw a highlight on? They don't even talk about it. Like
when GSP fought, the highlights were on.
No, but TSN has a show about it. They talk about it.
So will they
actually, I don't watch TSN, so I don't know what.
Well, they haven't said anything about this card. I can tell you right now.
I don't even know who's their fighting guy on Sportsnet or TSN. Do you have one?
All I'm saying,
fighting guy.
Yeah. All I'm saying is it's looking like
UFC's
turning into what boxing is. That's what I'm saying right now. So, do they need a super card to create a star as fast as possible so they don't fall out? Because if it turns into boxing, all is lost, right?
No, I don't think the sport is in any.
I think they're above boxing. Really, the best boxing cards will outrate a UFC, but UFC steadily outrates boxing. Period.
Well, there's just more events.
Yeah,
in terms of pay-per-view,
there's more people who are marketable in UFC
than in boxing.
Like I can't.
I agree with that.
I just don't watch boxing because like it's one element of MMA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get you.
Here's like MMA. I can watch boxing.
There's also
kickboxing. And jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And
at one time
and wrestling.
But that's kind of Smite's point, right? You're not watching boxing because really, I don't know anybody in boxing. Quite frankly, I don't know anybody. There's no names. You are more attracted to the sport of UFC. Also, as am I. I am going to watch this card. I probably won't watch it live. I'll probably watch it after. But I am going to watch this card because it's stacked full of names. Are they good fighters? How old is Rashad Evans? I can't remember.
He's almost 40.
He's almost 40?
Yeah. That's
I'm not really sure what he's doing here, but...
What I'm saying is it's getting to the point where...
Clay Guida, those guys are pretty old.
Right?
So,
he's not that old. He's just been around for a while. But he's on the down.
And steroids. But
I think they're trying to get household names. They're trying to build a superstar as fast as possible. Because looking like wrestling's here. And then down here is UFC. And then right under is boxing.
You know nobody can see your hands, right?
Oh. Wrestling at its pinnacle, as big as it's ever going to be, I think. And far down below is UFC. And right under is boxing at the moment. So UFC's got to find a star quick.
I don't know if... They got to find a star quick. I don't know what that really means.
Well, their next biggest fights, when Brock Lesnar comes back in the ring, I bet you everyone talks about it.
Yeah,
for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, because Brock Lesnar.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You might have a point because they probably do want another guy, another star, because they've lost
Conor McGregor.
Lost Conor McGregor.
Ronda
Rousey, and there's no one there to fill the void right now. As of right now, someone will come up. Somebody always does. Because when GSP left and Anderson left, those two came up and filled the void, right? Someone's always going to emerge.
They haven't really left. GSP still has 2 fights left on his contract.
Yeah, but GSP's not really that. Well, I guess he's.
He headlined the biggest event in the last year.
Yeah, it was a boring fight.
It was,
and.
The other 2 fights were not.
Conor McGregor is still under contract. He's just not fighting for whatever reason. He's not fighting for whatever reason.
He got a taste of that boxing
contract. He just has.
He's not under contract.
Well, it doesn't work like that. Like he's not like a 3 contract fighter that like GSP signed a 3 contract fight. And he's only fought 1, right? Like Conor McGregor is more of a.
Oh, I thought I heard someone say that he's still under contract with you.
How you under contract? You get paid for when you fight, right? Like, or you sign a 3 contract deal and you have a fixed amount.
Yeah,
when you fight.
No, that's why
he doesn't have that.
He doesn't have that. Okay.
Because if he gets a piece of the card, right?
If he had a fixed amount for like $1 million, he's not worth $1 million anymore. He's worth like $30 million per fight.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, Conor McGregor is still ranked 3rd in his class now.
Yeah, see, it's funny. He hasn't fought in 18 months, or actually, he's fought in 19 months.
And GSP's ranked above him. Interesting. I'm gonna watch the card. You're not gonna watch it.
Aren't you guys going to be together?
We're probably going to watch it.
No, I'm going to watch it after.
We're probably going to watch it on Saturday. Let's be honest. What else are we going to do?
On Saturday?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to watch it on Saturday.
Why not?
I'm in Denver. I'm not going to sit around on TV and watch that.
Sit at a bar.
You'll be at a bar. You'll be 2 hours earlier than normal. You'll be 8 o'clock there.
Yeah.
I want to go see. Oh, well, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
We might end up watching it.
We'll see how it goes. Like, first and foremost, I'm going to go see a baseball game. I don't know if I'm going to sit around a bar and watch UFC. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm going to watch it. No, I'm going to watch it. And then, so there you go. Wells, you also got top 5 this week, too, as well.
Oh, yeah, we're still doing that.
Oh, man, this is just getting turned into the Wells show.
Well, this is what happens when I miss a week. Is I got to fill the void.
Let's take a sip of the beer.
So is it my... Oh, am I going now?
Yeah, you're up.
I'm just getting another beer. Just hold on for a second.
All right, no problem. Wells reaches back into his bag of tricks.
He's narrating.
And boom. And boom.
Wells reaches into his bag and pulls out the beer.
So I have the top 5 this week.
Yes.
So, I like to keep it fresh, keep my ideas
close to the heart.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Oh, man, you forgot it at home. Guys.
No, I got it right here. I only wrote down 4. Anyways, okay. I have a 5th.
All right, very quickly put in the 5th. Anyway.
Okay, so I know most of you don't know this, but the MLB draft started yesterday. Mm-hmm. It's 40 rounds.
I didn't know that.
40 rounds by 30 players is around 1,200 players.
Yep. Is this the most uneventful draft of them all?
Well, it gets to the middle of the season, so it's very uneventful.
It's weird.
Well, you don't even get to see these players for what?
It's true. It's
5 years?
Well, that's why they don't televise it or anything. Because
they do televise it.
Do they?
In the last 10 years, it's become... Before, they just did it in like a warehouse
secret
or something.
room.
Yeah. But now they've actually started televising
it. Is it on MLB Network?
Yeah, so it used to be not televised. And then I'd say about like 5 or 6 years ago, they started televising just the first round. And now it kind of has like the NFL draft approach where they do the first 2 rounds on the first draft night. So last night they had the first 2 rounds, and they had like players come up and make former players come and make the picks. So they're trying to make it bigger, but it's obviously none of these players have impact for another couple of years.
No.
Right?
Yeah, it's rough because you draft them and you won't see them for another 5 years.
Well, not all. Like I mean, if you draft someone out of college, like they're pretty much ready. You just want them to get some. We saw. I think like the not biggest impact, but like there was when the Kansas City Royals won the World Series 2015. They drafted a guy, Brandon Finnegan, out of college, who won the College World Series that year, and then he ended up winning the World Series in the same year, which has never been done before. But he ended up you get drafted in June, and then he came up to the team in August, which is very, very, very rare. Anyways, so what my list is here is because there's so many people drafted. That's a lot of names.
Yes.
So what I have here is the top 5 names in this year's MLB draft.
Oh, top 5 names. Now,
when I say top 5, I mean entertainment value.
Yeah, I saw that comment.
Are we talking about the names, or are we talking about the actual player himself?
I don't know anything about these players.
All right,
I just think their names are entertaining.
Okay, so the names. Okay, sweet. I'm excited for this.
Yeah. Okay, so I for some reason I had 5, but I only wrote down 4. But I had like 5 other honorable mentions. Okay. So I'm just gonna put one in there.
Okay. Are we going?
This is in no particular order.
Oh no,
because I couldn't come up with a favorite. I couldn't come up with a favorite. Okay, I have a favorite.
People like rankings.
Okay, hold on. Let me just 3, 1.
It's like top 5. And it's just like
okay.
All top
now,
5.
before you go number 1, are you going to honorable mentions, or are you going to go 1? Then
I'll do that then.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, so number 5. Number 5 is Lars Nootbaar.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar. I don't have the information on these guys.
What would his entrance song be if he came up to bat?
I don't know, man. That's for Lars Nootbaar to figure out.
Lars.
Number 4 is Kumar Rocker.
Rocker.
Number 3, you like this one, Smythe? AJ Bump Ass.
AJ Bump Ass.
Really?
Yeah.
AJ Bump Ass.
Kumar Rocker sounds like a baseball player.
Yeah, that guy sounds
or
Oh,
like
a wrestler.
Yeah,
you could go either way because he's like come with the bat and people are going to say he's going to rock this ball or whatever. Anyway.
Okay, number 2 is
asses.
this is just a funny name. Jonathan India.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
it's weird, but at the same time, it's normal. You know what I mean?
Jonathan India.
It's normal and slightly racist.
Yeah.
What's your name? John
He's
Indian.
a black dude. He actually got picked in the first round. So
all right.
By the Reds.
You'll see him one day.
Okay, honorable mentions before I get into the number 1 name, which is hands down number 1 name. It's so good. Okay, honorable mentions: Ford Proctor.
That's good.
Jax Biggers.
Ford Proctor sounds like a car company.
Yeah. Well,
Sounds like a car.
It's just
Jax Biggers.
Jax
Did he make your top
Biggers.
5 list?
No. Seth Beer.
Okay.
Geo Ding Kong.
Wow.
How is that not in the top 5?
I don't know. Yeah,
Joe Ding Kong.
and Braxton Cotton Game.
Nice. Cotton
Nice.
game. Black dude?
I don't know.
Why did you say that? Why did you say
I just
that?
want to
Swine?
know. It was
Why
a
couldn't you
question.
just let
Because
it go?
Braxton is like a very...
Yeah.
Let me save you here, all right?
There you go.
You could have just
All right.
let it go.
So, number one pick, hands down. This is my favorite.
Oh, this better be good. Like, there's been some good ones, so this better like knock it out of the park.
And keep in mind, this is a real name.
All right.
Handsome Monica.
Yes. Someone's mom is brilliant. He gonna play baseball.
Handsome
Handsome
Monica.
Monica.
Handsome Monica.
If I ever go on the lamb, I'm changing my name to Handsome Monica.
Yeah. Yes.
Where did he get drafted?
I don't know yet. That was
Oh, okay.
just... I actually looked at the names. I don't know if... I know, like, Jonathan India, Seth Beer were actually, like, top, like, first-round picks.
Yeah.
But most of these guys, I just...
And they were all
I
drafted.
saw the list. I went through the whole list
Right.
of all the players. 1,200. So I did some work this week.
Yeah.
Amongst the Star Wars Reservation
You
Impossible.
did a lot of work.
Yeah.
You
I
did-
actually put some work into this week, guys. So I and it's a top 5 list. I mean, you got to keep coming up with original stuff. So
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
it's also like for the last couple of years, I've always found that there's these random names of people, and there's also like another honorable mention list, but I didn't add them on here. They're on my computer, so
That's fine.
maybe we can throw it on Instagram later.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's fine.
That's top 5.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Thanks, guys.
Handsome Monica.
Handsome Monica.
Monica. That's an awesome name. That's amazing.
All right, and finally, NBA playoffs.
All right, see you guys later.
Oh man, all we can talk about really is what's going on. So when we recorded last week, we were watching Game 1, Smythe, I believe.
Yeah.
And we've only gone
One
here we
more
are.
game. Yeah, they're
We're
trying
almost
to,
a weekend,
They're
and we've
riding it out.
we
There's
haven't
one
played
more
game 3 yet.
Yeah.
Man, they're taking their time with this, eh?
Well, they feel like it might only be 4 games.
They are taking their sweet time with this. There's
Can't let
been
it go.
2 days in between every game.
Yep.
Man, oh man, oh man. As of recording, we're recording on a Tuesday, and the game 3's on a Wednesday. Where do we start now? J.R. Smith?
Nah, lay off the guy.
Hey, it's not his fault. George Hill could have made the foul
Thank
shot.
you.
There was no issue.
But he didn't know the score.
Yeah.
J.R. Smith didn't know the score.
It happens.
He's played 100 games.
To
a year.
him, and him alone.
100. He's played 1,000 games.
100 games a year for 15 years.
Him
He-
and
yeah.
him alone, it only happens.
You know
to.
what? You know what kind of like threw in my head? Like him being in the finals isn't important to him. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is not the number one thing in that guy's life. And as much as we all are crazy about it, he didn't know if they're winning or not. Like he so doesn't care that it's like
I think it was funny how he ran it out. Though.
yeah.
Like, he
Off down the court.
So, which means like your theory is that like he didn't know that they were tied, but like
He actually didn't. He actually said it.
Yeah.
He said I thought we were up ahead. But it's just like my thing was like he doesn't care.
I think he counted the free throws before they actually went in. I think that's what
counted
happened.
those points.
He's like 1, 2, and then he didn't count.
yeah.
Which is kind of crazy. I don't even know why he wouldn't even attempt. Even if he got the rebound, I don't know why he wouldn't even attempt to put it back up.
So did it occur like did you guys see it in your head that like this means more to LeBron James than every other member on that team?
It is very difficult. This isn't every sport.
Yeah.
It's very. The greats are great because they're obsessive.
yeah,
They are completely obsessed with this. And you see how LeBron can break down every single play in every single game. You see him doing it in his post-conference. But for a lot of other guys, I don't want to say he doesn't care, Smythe. Then why are you even on the court, period?
No, you're one of the best players on the team. That's why you're on the court.
The obsessiveness that LeBron has,
Yeah, it's not sure.
not everyone else has that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few guys that do have it, even on his own team, but they don't have the talent. But the obsessiveness, maybe J.R. Smith is not that.
I think J.R. Smith was on the foul line thinking about what he's going to do after the game and and who am I to blame him? Like whatever, it is what it is. Like that's a massive gaffe, right?
imagine you had everyone in the league with the same mentality as LeBron James.
Oh,
It'd be boring.
people be fighting, kicking, screaming.
It'd be boring.
Oh, you'd be the Golden
might
State
be.
Warriors.
Yeah, it might be.
It's nice to have guys like J.R. Smith
That just
to make the balance
you
of the
know.
league. We need this court. Like, you know what? This championship needed that.
It did.
Because
it's not that serious.
Because this is
like,
a joke
oh,
of a series, man. Like, it's the fourth time. It's getting boring. We needed something like this to happen.
Hold on. It's only boring because it's lopsided. What if
the first game was actually closer than we all thought it would be?
It would be, yeah.
The first game Cleveland should
I'm talking about the series in general. What if it was like Cleveland and the Warriors were going back and forth, winning these series, winning championships? It'd be more compelling.
Well, if Cleveland won this year, then it's back and forth.
Like in the 80s. Well, do you think they're going to win?
I don't care about the 80s,
No, well,
man. We care about now.
If they
But I'm saying, like in the 80s,
Yeah.
the Celtics and Lakers are going back and forth.
Yeah, that's
what
great.
made it more compelling. If they were going back and forth,
They're
like
not.
you win a series, I win a series, more compelling.
Well,
but it's too lopsided.
Golden State
way
won,
too lopsided.
Cleveland won, Golden State won.
Yeah, but they're not gonna win every game.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the thing: they're one foul shot away from winning that first game. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And then it's 1-1 going back home to Cleveland for 2 games. Now it's like it's anyone's game. What's wrong with Golden State? Whatever. Like game 2.
There's nothing wrong with Golden State. They're bored.
Yeah, well,
They're bored.
They're bored.
I'm just saying, like we're talking like, oh my god, they're getting killed. But that first game
Yeah.
was very close. And the 2 games in Cleveland, I think they'll be competitive basketball games.
No, they won't.
Hopefully.
No, they won't.
I'm hoping.
No, you're hoping it would be competitive. It's not.
I don't know. Golden State's way worse on the road, and Cleveland's way better at home. So,
I mean, you sound like you think Cleveland's going to do something, but
well, they could get swept, or they could win a game. If they win 2, unprecedented. Now it's a best of 3 series.
LeBron dropped 51 points in that first game,
Yeah,
and they still lost.
yeah.
yeah, well, what?
You
You guys act surprised.
I'm not surprised.
But to me, like, I
I think we all called it.
Why didn't he drop 60?
Yeah.
If he was the greatest player, he would have
After
overcome
game
that.
2, what did I tweet, guys? I said
no,
I think the problem with the Cavs is it's LeBron. He's so not
I know
attached.
he should have dropped 60. You're right.
Yeah.
No,
You're
exactly.
right. He should have dropped 60.
Yes.
My
Not he should have dropped
Yes.
60. Because today Tyler Orlou said he's going to change his rotation and give Roderick Hood more minutes.
Who?
Okay,
Rodney Hood.
Rodney Hood. Roderick.
Yeah, because he's a difference maker.
Rodney
Hood.
Nice of him. You have young bodies that are not on the court that should be giving you good minutes, and they just have no one
They're
mentoring
not.
them.
Rodney Hood's not good.
Yeah. You know what? Like, I was hoping Rodney Hood would do well with this team because I thought he would be like one of those players to be like unsung heroes. I thought he would be that guy, but he's done absolutely nothing since he came.
Well, he's
There's a
not
reason
playing.
the Jazz let him
He's not
go.
even playing.
There's a reason the Jazz
even
traded him because he's not good. He's not good.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. UC Smythe. I don't. See.
I know.
LeBron has nobody. There's nobody there.
That's not true. He's an all-star. Kevin Love on his team.
Who's averaging 20-10 in this series? But let's
like,
not. But,
that's
you know,
no one? How is that
he
no
sucks.
one?
He's horrible.
Who only stands at the 3-point line and takes shots.
No,
they don't run
not
any
anymore.
plays.
But that's the game
No.
They don't run any plays.
No,
for it.
isn't that the game
he
now?
plays a lot on the block now. Actually, that's why he's averaging 20 and 10.
When LeBron's out.
No,
LeBron's out for 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're running offense, not the offense through Kevin Love in the post because he's effective there. But my thing is that LeBron has players that are young that need to be mentored. That need to be. There's no good feeling in Cleveland. LeBron's not smiling and jumping with his teammates. When they lost that game 2, he walked out without even looking at them.
So let me get it straight. In the NBA Finals, you want him to mentor Rodney Hood.
No, that should
that's what
have
you want.
started at the trade deadline. Because then you get more out of these young guys
it's too late for
when
that
you
now.
need them. It is too late for that now. But I'm saying that LeBron's created that culture where these guys don't want to win for him. They don't care if they lose in the finals and LeBron James goes away. How are you supposed to win with a team like that?
Wasn't there like a photo of like Jordan Clarkson and like 2 other guys, like I don't know who they are, and
Partying
like,
with the
partying
conference
with the
championship.
trophy?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we did it, man. We did it.
And LeBron was sitting there with like patches on his legs.
Yeah.
I'm saying his distance from this team is what like makes these guys not want to try.
Because it's not about. He doesn't care about the team.
Thank you. And
He
that's
really doesn't.
that is the problem, though. I think I'm not saying if you took more of a mentoring role with these
But
guys,
he won't be there for that.
but you would have got more of them right now when he needs them.
But he doesn't care.
Hey, if he's okay with losing,
He actually, it's funny because like the team is worse for it, but he looks better because it looks like he's carrying them more, right?
yeah.
He's carrying them.
And I get what you're saying is like he's actually hurting them because he wants to do it all. And
I don't know if that's 100% true. Sorry, I cut you off. Sorry. You're making
no. I mean, that's all I really had to say about that.
That's all I had to say about this.
Is it's my theory is that he like he's trying to do it all when really, if he had not coached, but like maybe if they worked something out in the regular season where like these guys had more confidence coming into these games, but like he's only relying on who? Love, J.R. Smith,
Kyle Korver.
Korver's done nothing.
This series he's done nothing, but he's never been effective in this series because of the kind of player he is. This isn't for him, and that's not his fault. I don't think.
But you can't defend. Like you can't defend the other side of it. Like those guys abuse him so much on the defensive end.
Yeah.
You ever say something else? Sorry.
Nah, not really. No. I'm done with this.
I don't know. Series. I honestly don't even know what you're talking about, Smythe. Like, what do you want him to do? But like Ronnie, like you.
No, I get it.
When the trade happened, you thought Ronnie was great. I told you he's not good.
I didn't say he was great. I said he's productive. He can help. He can defend.
I thought he would do more.
Yeah. Clarkson, he's not good. There's a reason those teams let him go because they're not good.
But those guys are
Isaiah
young.
Thomas isn't good, but they took him.
They're young and they can defend. Right now,
that was a dumb trade.
They have guys in the court that can't defend this Golden State team because they're old.
Rodney Hood can't defend either. You're just saying that because he's younger. Like he can't defend either. Not these guys. Rodney Hood's not good. Clarkson's not good. Nance maybe, but
he's not giving you anything.
I know he's not giving you anything.
This team doesn't want to win. They don't care if they lose. What does it hurt them if they lose this series?
It was a bad trade. Probably in hindsight, it was a bad trade.
How bad is he going to be next year?
Without LeBron?
I don't know.
I bet
this
you.
is the thing.
Because they're not getting a sign and trade, obviously.
Maybe. Because they still have that pick, which is probably a bad pick.
What pick?
Eighth
pick.
From who?
From the Nets.
For what?
The Nets give away everything. Just don't. Every time you think of a pick, it's probably came from the Nets. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they have the Nets pick.
But
what?
I can't remember where they got it from. They got it from Boston. They got it from Boston.
Oh, in the Kyrie trade. Okay, that makes sense.
From Boston. Because Boston has all the picks.
Jeez, from what? The Paul Pierce trade?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Took all the Nets picks.
This is the thing. This is the thing about the NBA.
Eh? That's not
you're looking at the NBA right now. You're going to go, oh, Houston's going to be there. Or, oh, Boston's going to be there. I guarantee you there's going to be 2 or 3 teams that are going to emerge that you never thought about. Because these guys are just going to come.
Next year?
Yeah.
Phoenix.
No, that's the one team that's never.
I can't think of a trade for Phoenix. That's my only problem.
Phoenix. Trust me.
No one wants to go to Phoenix.
I'm not talking about who's going there. I'm talking about who's coming out of there.
Oh, trades?
No, I'm talking about who's going to be a team next year that's going to surprise people.
They got the first team. They got the first pick next year.
Phoenix.
Well, another rumor that popped up is
trading that pick.
No, Philadelphia wants playoff P.
Paul George?
Yeah, he sucks.
They take him over LeBron James.
I would do that.
No, he sucks, man.
Well, as a third,
if you're replacing Covington with Paul,
what's
Paul
wrong
George,
with Robert Covington?
I like him, but if you're replacing with Paul George,
I'll take Covington on the Raptors.
Yeah, but if you're getting,
I'm dead serious.
I know, but you're improving.
That'd probably be an upgrade.
Paul George is an upgrade over Covington.
I don't know, man. For what price? If you worked out the money,
he's a free agent.
If you worked out the money,
yeah,
would you pay 3 times the price for Paul George over Robert Covington?
But the thing is,
on this team,
you're not paying Simmons and you're not paying Embiid yet.
Yeah, on this team, yeah.
You're not paying Simmons and you're not paying Embiid.
No, Embiid's getting paid.
No. The question I'm asking you,
Simmons isn't being paid.
The question I'm asking you,
is
for the price
3-1.
Would you pay 3 times more money to have Paul George on your team than Robert Covington?
On this team, yes, because you're under the tax either way. So you'd rather be better under the tax than worse under the tax.
I understand what you're saying, but their financial situation right now,
they can do it.
They can afford to pay him that much money.
The way
you think
that's
a team that probably needs?
Yeah, they need a third.
Because you can just afford it. You just get him.
But like, he didn't do anything with Oklahoma.
But in that situation, there, he would fit perfectly because he's not a focal point. He's a third or second guy, and on that team, that's exactly what he'd be.
They should just get LeBron.
Yeah,
I would be weird.
Can they get both?
Technically, yes, but
probably. But they basically have to report the whole team.
Yeah.
See, it's the thing. Like LeBron will be sitting there talking to guys and going, "Let's form a team."
Yeah, that's what he does.
That's what's going to happen. That's what makes the conversation around the NBA a lot better because something's going to happen. Like in any other sport, guys are going to get together and form a team. There's still Kawhi Leonard out there. There's still.
I still think Ben Simmons is going to get traded for Kawhi Leonard, but that's just me.
No,
I don't think they would do that. It's interesting. It is interesting.
I think Kawhi Leonard is going to play in New York.
If you It's a bad organization. Like, if you were the Spurs, I would definitely want Ben Simmons.
I think Ben Simmons is the next Michael Carter Williams.
That's a horrible comparison.
No, it's not. It's not that far off.
No, it's not. He's not that far off. The thing is, people, and this happens all the time, and we talked about it last week, Smythe. They saw what Simmons did this year, and they're like, "Oh, sky's the limit." Yo, then we say,
if you can't shoot, you can't shoot.
No, that's not true.
The next season is not guaranteed.
Yeah, LeBron couldn't shoot when he first started either.
Dwayne Wade couldn't shoot either.
Dwayne Wade still can't.
DeMar DeRozan couldn't shoot.
Yeah,
but like,
you're just proving yourself wrong out here, Wells.
No,
I don't think you have to shoot. I don't think he has to shoot though.
I don't think he's gonna be a great shooter. Don't get me wrong.
But like here, if you're Philly, you trade for Kawhi Leonard, who I think would be better than Ben Simmons, and you said they say you need a 3.
Who?
Philly. And then Markelle Fultz hopefully steps up.
We saw Fultz too
As a point guard.
I don't like him. He's a scorer. I just, to be honest, like the one thing
keep Covington.
Yeah.
The cornerstone.
The team. Like,
yeah.
The problem Philly has right now is, to be honest, is Philly didn't draft Jason Tatum. That's it. If they drafted Tatum instead of Fultz, they messed up.
Why though?
Because Fultz isn't going to be. And I'm not saying.
Yeah, give him a full season.
I'm not saying that. Fultz.
Well, that was Matt Tweeter's fault, right? That was Matt Tweeter's fault.
No, because Markelle Fultz is a scoring guard.
I'm talking about Colangelo, guys.
I got it.
Right?
No, I'm just talking to the people.
Markelle Fultz is a scoring guard. Okay.
Come? Okay, sorry.
You go first.
No.
Since you already interrupted me.
I was talking about something different.
Oh, okay. You weren't even there. So Markelle Fultz is a scoring guard, but he's not the ball handler because Ben Simmons is going to handle the ball. So now Markelle Fultz, you can't shoot worth a lick
yet.
He's your most productive he's going to be is coming off the bench and trying to be a volume scorer. Okay.
You think he's like a Lou Williams?
Yeah, not even, because Lou Williams is a starting volume scorer now, and
off the bench,
he's also a great shooter. Yeah. And Fultz not a great shooter, so he's got to be pulling up, moving fast, going to the basket. There's no space for him on this team already.
Yeah.
And now this team is supposed to get better, and then you have Fultz coming off the bench trying to score. If he doesn't have it going, he's out the game in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'd move forward with Ben Simmons. You were going to say something, Melissa?
I was going to say... I forget.
Okay, good.
Wait. No. Do you think it's worse what Colangelo did or what Kevin Durant did?
Colangelo, 100%.
Because he's an executive?
Yeah, because he's an executive. And he released like medical records and just, yeah.
Yeah, that was really grimy.
Snitching. Yeah, he's gone.
Well, now they're saying,
what are they waiting for?
Now they're saying it's his wife. Because they're trying to figure out where they're trying to nail it down.
That's a nice...
Of course he's trying to pin on his
That's
wife.
a nice redirect.
I would do that too if I were him.
Even if it is his wife.
Still.
You
gotta go. Both you
How
gotta
did
go.
your wife get that information, Colangelo?
Well,
exactly. It's not like she sits there and like
is he going to divorce his wife over this? Ooh. That's what I would do.
Oh, I would. If I was his wife, I'd be like, "Why are you throwing me under the bus like this?"
No,
like,
they've had a long conversation.
I don't think the wife had anything to do with it.
No,
that's like the misdirect. Right?
Yeah, he's got to throw her under the bus. But he's got to be like, "I'm divorcing her. I can't believe she did this.
No, that's
horrible."
extreme, man.
If you want to keep your job, you got to go all the way.
Just bite the bullet.
You know, you really make it hard on me, Will.
No, I don't know. What he did was way worse. And I like you said, what's taking them so long to fire? Like, you can't come back from this unless you.
They must be investigating everything to make sure.
Unless you can definitively say he didn't do this, somebody else did.
Well, there's gonna be a wrongful dismissal suit. He's gonna sue the league. There's so much gonna happen right now.
This whole story is weird.
Yeah,
it's so. Why would you do that?
But I like the reporting on it. Good for
them.
Yeah. Good
and another thing is like that anonymous person, like the guy who did this, he's from The Ringer. He doesn't even know who this person is, who gave him the information. It panned out correctly.
Don't matter.
Why did he give it to that person? You know what I mean? Why didn't he go for a bigger name?
No, because he knows who gave him the information. Come on.
Yeah. No, he said he doesn't.
I know he said he doesn't.
Yeah, I can say I don't know.
Yeah, but he clearly knows giving information. And the information is like based on algorithms, on the way they post, the way they write.
I don't know if that's clear that he knows who it is.
Yeah, no, but there's no way he just take random information.
How many people are on the internet that do crap like that? That like
tons.
Look at like history of like tweets and everything, and they just it's gonna happen even worse now. So
do you know?
There's people. I've always been fascinated when people come back and go, "Oh, this person stopped unfollowing this person." I'm like, how do you know that? Like, are you watching all their followers?
Do you know how many conspiracy theories come to these guys consistently they don't report?
Mm-hmm. Which
one,
some could be true, some couldn't.
Yeah, this is just credible enough that they posted.
No, he had to do a lot of research. You know, he's been sitting on the story for 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
Which is another, and I've heard a bunch of other reporters like he sat on this for 2 years. That's amazing.
You wouldn't post it until you know, like, for sure.
That is true.
Well, yeah, he did a lot of research.
Because that could ruin not only your career, but that website's career.
But you can also lose the story, though. You know what I'm saying?
Someone else might post before.
Like, somebody else might get to this
Which is how we know 100% that he knew the person that gave him the information.
Exactly.
Like, it's one of those things where, like...
It wasn't that person's like, well, give me $50,000, I'll shut up and only talk to you. He must have, it's the wife.
She was like, guess what he's doing.
Yeah. And then she's like, "Oh, he's gonna blame me. Watch."
Yeah. A lot of people say the source is. A lot of times when you have a source, they have an axe to grind. So a lot of these reporters are like
axe to grind.
Axe to grind with an issue.
What? An axe to grind?
A lot of times when you get a source, it's I want to say
get this guy back.
Smythe was giving me information about you. Well, it's because he doesn't really like you, so that's why he's giving me the information.
No, it's someone who probably got fired from inside the field. Like it's like. The way
if
this
it's taken
happened,
over 2 years,
the way this happened, right? It could very well. Some insider, some insider probably was like, "Hey, I have this, whatever." If he sat on it for 2 years, that means he definitely.
The reporter sat on it. The reporter sat on it.
Yeah, definitely knew who.
So he was told this 2 years ago, and then he sat on the story for 2 years. Obviously doing his research.
Well, it's obviously evolved.
Yeah.
Because like
he was following it and collecting all the information and looking at tweets.
The names of the accounts too.
Oh my god! And the slang that he was using for the accounts.
Oh my god!
It's so crazy. Imagine if it was Colangelo.
Who else could it be?
Imagine if it was Colangelo. That is insane.
Maybe he didn't do the actual tweeting, but he knew about the accounts.
No,
and he was
I think he did them.
Like, no, I'm saying Smythe. Imagine all these accounts did belong to Colangelo.
Yeah,
they just say that. That's insane.
Like
you ruined your reputation for what?
Yeah, at first.
What?
So here's where I went. I went from, oh my god, I can't believe he's at home doing this, to like, clearly he's not at home making these tweets on 5 different accounts, but he knows who's doing it and he's supplying the information.
Well, apparently one of them, the timeline didn't work out because at the time he was doing a press conference, right? And at the same time, one of these accounts were tweeting.
Yeah, so it's a network of trolls that are trolling. Basically.
So they hire trolls to do this?
Or people that he knows are trolls. It could be, I don't know what he's doing.
It's not trolls, because it's
I want to see
detailed information.
I want to see a 30 for 30 on
but
this.
all you have to do is... and it's coming, obviously. This might be a movie. Well, like, think of it this way.
What would you call it?
I don't know.
Social network?
Yeah, the social trolling.
Well, if somebody told you there's gonna be a movie on Facebook, you'd be like, I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I don't care about this.
That was a great movie.
And it was an awesome movie.
Yeah, the chances of him actually doing it himself is very low.
I don't know if it's low.
It's very low.
It's pretty high.
No.
Colangelo.
Because
it's pretty high because he had the tweets are detailed information. It's pretty high that it's
the
him.
Information's easy to share. He could be even sending what the tweets are going to be. It's not like the Twitter account could belong to Wells, but he's saying, "Hey, here's information. Tweet this," and the guy's tweeting it. It's not. He's not sitting at his phone being like,
okay,
today.
what you're saying, Smythe, is so him doing the actual tweeting is low, but it's still him behind it.
Yeah.
Are you saying that he's asking people with random accounts to say this?
No, the accounts were set up by him or whatever. It's highly unlikely that he's the person doing this.
I thought he would be.
It's highly likely
again, Smythe. People can't see when you do hand gestures.
Oh well, I'm saying it's very likely that there's someone else, or he's telling someone else, or he's like giving them what the information to tweet out as he's trolling.
So it's still Colangelo.
In
your theory, it's still Colangelo.
I'm not saying he's not the guy. I'm saying yes.
But you're saying he's probably not the guy actually.
Right, because you said one of them doesn't make sense because he's doing some presentation of it.
So it's still Colangelo.
Yeah, it's not likely.
So in your hypothesis, it's still Colangelo.
He's behind it. He's gonna get fired. He can't escape this. Once you admit it to one, he's done. Let's be honest. If you admit to any of this, you're finished. The number one rule is lie, deny. Right? If you don't do that, you're done. That is the rule. If something comes out and you don't like it, you lie, and you deny till the end of time.
Well, we all know Smythe. We all know how Smythe operates.
Once you throw that away, you're done.
Anything else on this basketball finals you want to talk about, guys? Nothing.
That stuff.
Steph Curry, record amount of threes, 9 of 17.
What?
He had 9 threes in game 2. NBA record for finals.
Great for him. He deserves it.
Yeah, he's gonna get his finals MVP this time.
Is he?
He probably will.
This will be his first one because Iguodala stole his first one.
Okay, Iguodala. Who got the other one? Durant. And who got the other one?
We only
LeBron.
have two.
Della Vedova.
No, LeBron. Yeah.
Should have been Delhi.
You got a $12 million deal out of it.
He got paid.
I was going to bring up challenge flags in the NBA, but who cares?
Who?
They're going to experiment with challenge flags in the NBA.
Who? Challenges in the NBA?
What?
Yeah, next year experiment with
the
that.
games aren't long
in
enough.
the summer league, they're going to experiment. Anyway, whatever.
What are they going to challenge?
So instead of doing all these replays and stuff like that, they'll have challenge flags. Just like whatever.
I thought this league couldn't get any more
And
stuff.
the referees will go on strike.
Hey, doesn't your beloved baseball have challenge flags?
No, they just go out and go, hey, we want to look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, flags.
Anything else you guys want to talk about sports?
Yeah.
Shoot.
No, I don't.
Okay.
We covered everything. Like, what else is there to talk about?
Smythe got something.
Oh, no.
Andrew
he
looks
never
dad.
does.
Andrew looks dad. Andrew looks dad.
And oh shit, yeah. Angela Luck's dad is the commissioner and CEO of the XFL. Andrew Luck.
Oh,
is
Andrew
dad.
Luck. I thought you said Angelo.
That's what I thought he said too. The 3 times. he
Andrew
said
Luck.
it.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's awesome.
Great
weird.
for that. Yeah.
Now
Well, you know who we didn't talk about?
Shoot.
Because XFL, whatever.
I'm excited for it. I'm not gonna lie. I think I
We didn't talk about Johnny Manziel.
cares.
I
I
didn't watch
saw
the game.
him.
I didn't
It
watch
did
it.
not.
I couldn't
It
watch
did
the game.
not go well at all.
What do you mean?
He
9 for
outplayed
11?
the other quarterback. 9 for 11,
In the preseason.
and it's the backups
Whatever.
playing.
No, it's CFL. There's no backups.
Yeah, there is. Come on.
You think they have a practice squad in the CFL?
Come on. And they lost that game like 45 to like. I'm just saying.
He's still saying his performance was good. Again, it was a preseason, Wells. It was a preseason.
No, I watched it.
How many
I
touchdowns did he
missed
throw?
it. I
How many
watched it.
times
I
threw the
watched
ball
his
over
first
20
drive.
yards? 0. He didn't even throw it over 20 yards.
But it's his
But anyway,
first
keep going.
game in like 18 months.
Does Manziel have a cannon, though?
He's never had a cannon, but he did elude a few guys.
Over 20 yards.
That's pretty good.
0 attempts.
That's pretty good.
Didn't even. It's the CFL.
Well, Tom Brady barely throws over 20 yards.
It's the
That's not true.
CFL.
No, he doesn't do it all the time.
But
Tom
he does,
Brady?
But he does do it.
He can do it, but he doesn't do it all the time.
He's not Alex Smith.
It's arguable that Johnny Manziel can't. All I'm saying is in the CFL, you got to be able to throw the football, especially because if you
sure.
throw the ball to the sideline, it's pretty much 20 yards. He's not even getting it there. And I'm not.
11 passes, man.
Yeah, no.
Anyways,
5 yards, 6.
This wasn't
dinked
here to
and dunked up the field.
I wasn't bringing it up to stomp on him. I just said I want to know if you guys saw it.
No,
I did.
I wanted to watch it.
The crowd went nuts.
They loved it.
People have jerseys that are in the number 2 comeback season on the back.
Yeah.
It's the most popular jersey in the CFL right now.
Yeah, he's going to be the
Not
story.
even his name, just comeback season.
He'll be the story of the league, for sure.
The league needs it. I'm sorry.
And yes, you're
Especially
right.
in Ontario.
That's
If he
this
plays
is,
well. He has to play well for it. Because if he doesn't play well, no one's going to care. He has to play well.
well, they won't care at the end of the season. This is why Becky
I don't
Hammond
know.
needs to coach
Imagine he makes it to the Grey Cup. That's going to be huge.
Is it in Hamilton?
I don't know where it is this year.
No.
But, I mean, like, because ESPN2 always shows the Grey Cup.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have Manziel headlining that.
Yeah.
That's big for CFL.
NFL Network actually shows CFL games.
Well, they are this year now, too, because...
There's not enough to set the show on the network.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know they're going to be picking up a lot of Hamilton games.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll pick up all of them.
Unfortunately, we don't see Johnny Manziel here in Toronto until September, so...
No. I think Manziel's...
September?
I think he starts.
The Labor Day Classic.
I think he starts game
wow.
1. I think he's starting all year.
He's not
I don't know
gonna
if he
start
starts game
He's not
1,
gonna-
but he will be the starter by
But
game
people
2.
will be chanting.
Did
his
you
name
watch the
and
first string team play in that game? 5 turnovers before Manziel got in
Oh,
the
so
game.
now you did watch it.
I told you I watched it. I said that.
You said you didn't.
No, he said he didn't. I said I watched it, and he sucks.
You went 9-11.
I know. I understand you went 9/11.
He's
but
talking about his
I
throwing.
watched the
He's
9/11.
talking about his throwing.
It was really bad.
His first pass was bad. It was like going like this, like a knuckleball.
Yeah, he's not going to start, but again.
No, he's gonna start.
No, he's not
Oh
going to
no,
start.
you
Game
don't
1,
understand.
I don't think.
They
No,
don't have anything else.
He'll be starting game 2.
They have nothing
No,
else.
like I said, last year's quarterback, which I can't remember his name, he did play well the second half of the season.
Yeah, no.
He's going to start, but there will be fans are going to chant Manziel. They want to see him.
I'm gonna
the
vote.
jerseys
Yeah.
comeback season.
I'll bet you.
So there'll be pressure. No, he's not going to start.
I bet you he starts game.
Does anybody want a jersey? I got my sister lives in Hamilton.
I was
Oh,
thinking about it.
You know what?
I was thinking about
I
it.
think you tell her to bring us one.
She's already. My sister doesn't know anything about CFL.
And she knows about Manziel.
But she knows about Manziel.
Yeah.
And my niece, too.
Yeah.
My
100%.
niece knows Manziel. So that's
100%.
To be honest, it's the
And
story of the league.
he plays with his wedding ring, too.
Yeah. It's
He's
the
a
story
different
of the
guy
league.
now. He's a different guy.
Story of the league this year
He's married?
is Johnny Manziel.
Exactly.
Right?
Married to the game. I guess he got married. Yeah, no, he has his wedding ring on the field.
I think things like this are needed in sports. That's why I said...
Well, 2 weeks ago, you said you didn't like it.
No, I didn't.
Was it, or was
You
it
actually
Nash?
did.
No, you did.
You actually did.
No, I didn't. I said he's done.
You said you don't care.
Yeah.
I said he's done. He's not an NFL quarterback. He's not going to go start in the NFL. But I do like
But you
media
said who
stories.
cares that he's in the league?
You actually said that.
No, I did not say I don't care.
Rewind the tape. I know you don't listen to it, but rewind the tape, man.
I said he's done. Well, there's the same
Anyway.
reason why I said Becky Hammond should coach the Raptors.
You actually said, I don't care. Who cares? He sucked. That's what you said.
Well, I said I wasn't excited to watch him play. I don't care, but I'm saying it's good for the league. Stories like this, media stories are good. Becky Hammond to coach the Raptors, Master P playing on the Toronto Raptors, stuff like this.
Percy.
I'm all
Percy
for
Miller.
it. I'm
Percy
all
Miller.
for the media story.
No.
That's how I feel.
These stories aren't really that good for leagues. It's if they have to perform.
No, but if he does
Manziel,
perform,
he has to
if he
perform.
does
He has to
perform,
perform.
that's huge for the CFL. It's huge for him. I think the league. I really think he'll do well. I think he'll do well. I hope he does. I hope he does.
I don't know if he will do well. I hope he does well.
Because you know what? Like I feel like he not only had a rough start and he made some bad decisions, but I feel like the Browns screwed him over a bit.
Because the Browns.
I know, and
It's
I
the Browns.
feel like he deserves another chance. Even if he makes the NFL again and does nothing, the fact that he actually got back in is a good enough story for me. Yeah,
I think he's not even a top tier quarterback in the CFL.
it's time to go.
Top tier quarter. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
CFL is good quarterbacks.
They do. They're all American.
It's true, and they can throw the football.
Also, league's American.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Well, you have to have Canadians on it, but
Oh, that's yeah. If you didn't have to have Canadians, there probably wouldn't be any Canadians in that league.
That's the problem with that league. That league should be all CAIS players.
well, think about all the colleges in the States, and only like 2 or 3 make it each year.
Yeah, I think that league should be mostly CIS players.
There are some.
So at least we watch CIS players go up and up.
You won't watch it. You don't watch it now.
But
You
I'm
won't
people
care.
that
do you watch this? Do you watch college playoffs in this country?
not a lot.
No, you don't watch it. at
No,
all.
but not.
You
I'm
don't
not
watch it
talking
at all.
about me. I'm not talking
your
about me.
shows that only show highlights. Do they talk about the college football?
Yeah, they do. But I'm not talking about. It's not about me. It's about the people that watch these universities play consistently. They can
who is that?
follow the rest of the country. It's not. It's only us in Toronto don't care
I
about.
want to know where you
University
get these. I want to know
sports.
where you get these stats
You
from.
think out
No, they don't care, dude.
Nova Scotia, Quebec.
No, they don't.
Okay,
They don't.
well, you know what? I know you're wrong, but you can say that.
they care
100%
in
you're
Nova Scotia.
100% you're incorrect about that.
No, they don't.
CIS is
No,
very
they
important.
They care in Quebec.
In the rest of Canada,
Yeah,
CIS
because they
is
had the best
important.
team.
Yeah, they care in Quebec.
right?
100%.
No, Nova Scotia too. What's the team in Nova Scotia that always does well?
I don't even know.
The Acadia.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They always
Acadia's
do well.
good.
And
Yeah,
and Laval does,
Laval
does
100%.
amazing.
Yeah, Laval, because they actually have a 200.
And you think
a
they don't
20
watch
tournament-
the
a
BC
2 million-
doesn't watch their team, Alberta doesn't watch
No,
their
they
university
don't.
teams?
No, I don't.
Okay.
It's Calgary.
No,
Calgary
there's one
Dynamos.
team in Alberta that's
Thank
good.
you. First of all,
Dinos. The
There's a
Dinos.
couple. Yeah,
if
exactly.
Dinos.
those players continue their careers and played in the CFL, more people will go watch. That's all I'm saying about it.
Probably not.
Because
You're probably wrong.
we're still be recording. This guy's gonna be out the door in a second. This guy.
Yeah, you're probably wrong. But anyway, whatever.
So when the Vanier Cup's full of players, what do you think they're like? Do you think when the Vanier Cup's full of people, what do you think? They just don't watch the sport at all?
Well,
Vanier-
they're all there for the CFL anyway, because it's in the same building.
Well, it doesn't really translate. So McMaster's a good football team.
They were.
They
Western's
were a
the
good
best
yeah.
team in Ontario.
They were a good football team.
No one watched them.
And Western's a good football team. So in that theory, you should probably say that Ontario's watch CFL, right?
No,
Because
what are you
McMaster-
talking about? I said if those CIS players went to the CFL to play, more people would
Where do
go
they go?
watch because they follow the players.
No, they don't.
They would. I said
No, they don't.
They would.
No one cares about the players. They care about the team.
Yes, that's my point.
Yeah.
I think no, because what's Jason Moss?
Who?
Jason Moss. He's a CIS quarterback. Went to the CFL. He played a long time. He's currently coaching in the CFL. people follow them all the way through because they've watched him play all the way through.
No one.
Where did he play?
I don't know anyone who has a Moss jersey.
Where did Moss play?
Edmonton. He's played 2 other places too.
Jesus, I don't know where you get your information, bro. They care about.
If it ain't Ricky Ray, I don't know.
If it ain't Ricky Ray, I don't know. We don't watch in Toronto. We don't. We don't care.
I've never even gone to.
But other places in Canada, it's the only team they have.
But my point is, if people are watching McMaster, the Hamilton football team, and people are watching the Western Mustangs in Ontario, because that's where these teams are located. But how come Ontario doesn't watch CFL?
Because their players don't go to the CFL. That's what I'm saying.
That's not.
That
wouldn't be a reason why they would watch CFL. CFL's boring, man.
Why do you think in the United States, the city that you're in, you follow them all the way through? Because your players play high school, then they play college, and they go. No, it's not. It's the same thing.
No, they have a different culture because people who leave their universities, they rep their universities forever.
So they don't do
Michael Wilbon will gladly rep Western, where he's from, Northwestern in Chicago, far more than he'd rep the Bulls. Or he would say or the Bears, or whatever Chicago team he roots for. Or Blackhawks. He pretends to root for Blackhawks. But 100%. They have a different culture. We don't do that here. We don't. We don't rep our universities.
Look at Matthew McConaughey. Who does he rep all the time? Texas.
Yeah. We don't rep our universities. Yeah.
The Cowboys or a lot of people care about their alma mater.
Yeah, we don't rep our universities like they do. For whatever reason.
I think they do too. I think people here do too.
They do.
But they don't care where they go. Like, no one's going to be like, Buddy from Western went to Ottawa. They're going to be like, well, now I'm a Red Blacks fan. Like, it doesn't. No one cares about that in the CFL. I get what you're saying, but no one cares about that. No one's going to be more into the league because someone goes from Western to Ottawa and like, well, now I got to see how this guy does.
They do that in the States, 100%.
I think that's
I don't think that's.
I think that's how sports works.
No, it's not.
I think if you're watching a kid play in college, you want to see what they do at that next level.
I know you don't, because you don't know any of the people that come out of college. Who was the number 1 pick this year in football?
CFL?
No, NFL.
NFL.
The quarterback, I don't know.
Yeah, see? That's what I mean. Like, your theory, how can you back your theory if you don't even follow it?
That's me in Toronto who doesn't care because I have everything. If
So
you go to Saskatchewan where they have nothing.
What's your theory based on?
Then it's false.
No, it's not false. My theory is based on
who?
It should be
if CIS players were drafted into the CFL.
But you don't even follow the NFL draft. Why would you follow the CFL draft?
Why would I care about the NFL? I don't have an NFL team here. I don't care about the NFL.
Yeah, but you have the
I
best
don't
NFL
have a team.
Yeah,
There's no team here for me to follow.
The Eagles.
There's no kid that went to school here that got drafted NFL that I can go watch. What I'm saying.
But how is that a selling point?
I don't even know what you're basing this off of. You can't even name someone.
How many hometown kids in every single sport do we see that everyone's rooting for from that hometown?
How do you not know who got taken first overall in the draft this year?
He's the quarterback. Alabama. How does that matter in this argument? It doesn't matter in this argument at all.
You couldn't even name it.
It's the Browns.
Okay.
No, I understand what you're trying to say. It doesn't work in Canada because
it doesn't even work in the States, I don't think.
No, in Texas, because people now are apparently they're calling to see Johnny Manziel's schedule because people down from Texas, they want to come up here and see him.
Really?
It works in the States because people in the States, they love their college sports. Love it.
It's big. I think it's bigger than NFL sometimes.
Oh, yeah. They love it. It doesn't work
in certain areas.
Yeah, it doesn't work up here.
But
it's not the same thing up here.
But it doesn't work here. But what I'm saying is, it doesn't have a chance to work here.
No, because it doesn't work up here.
Our university players do not go into our league.
They're not good enough because there's better players coming into it.
So I'm saying that if we had a league of our university players,
no one's gonna watch it, man.
So what you're saying is if
because the football will be worse.
Because look, we barely watch what we have now, and that's just rejects from college, right? From the States.
So now what you're saying is
now you want to put
if all that Western team went to Argos, we're gonna watch in mass? No.
But so BC when they play, their stadium's full, right?
You talking Lions?
I don't know about that.
CFL.
It's a
Lions?
big stadium.
No, they're not full.
They're not full.
The Saskatchewan. Yeah, I'll give you that. Winnipeg, yeah.
Winnipeg.
Even Saskatchewan wasn't full last year.
Hamilton,
they're
Hamilton, not so much because there's NFL teams.
It will be now.
Okay, so Toronto, no, we don't have. We have teams everywhere here.
We're lucky if we get 20,000.
Montreal,
no,
not really.
No,
Ottawa,
yeah.
Ottawa because they won a Grey Cup last year.
Yeah, the year before.
And they were a good team.
They beat us, right?
No, they
Argos,
beat us.
yeah.
No, they beat.
They beat us.
Yeah, it was ours.
Remember, it was last minute play.
Yeah.
Not in the Grey Cup.
Yeah. Last Grey Cup.
No.
No, not the.
We
You're talking
won the
about
last
before
Grey
that.
Cup.
You're talking about the one before
Who
that.
won the Grey Cup last year?
Ottawa beat like BC. They didn't.
They beat us.
Not
It
in
was
the Grey
here.
Cup.
No, that was, or was that the year before?
They beat the Argos
Not in the Grey Cup.
in Ottawa.
Yeah, it was in Ottawa. Sorry, I was talking about the one before that was here. Yeah. Sorry, it was Ottawa. Yeah.
We lost to Ottawa in the Grey Cup.
Yeah. Yes.
Don't look it up. You're gonna feel dumb.
You're gonna feel
you're
because
gonna
you
feel
already know about it.
Don't look it up.
Inside the park.
Don't look it up.
thing.
Don't look it up.
We gotta go.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right.
you're wrong, Smythe. Anyway, continue. Tell the people where they can find us. Smythe.
You can find the Team Podcast everywhere that you look for podcasts. So Apple, Podbean, your podcast player in your Android device, as well as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and my favorite place to find podcasts and to respond to our fans, Tumblr.
Well, as you can find me on the Horseplay podcast. We just dropped episode 44.
Yeah.
So check it out on iTunes. Search for Horseplay Podcast. We're hosted on Podbean, and you can find us on the Park Daily, right?
Yes, theparkdaily.com. Go visit us. It helps us out a lot. And basically you can find everything on theparkdaily.com. So go hit us up. Hit him with that theme song, Smythe.
Did you look it up?
What? Yeah, we played the Red Blacks or Calgary.
Who played Calgary?
We played Calgary in Ottawa. In Ottawa. Argos versus Calgary in Ottawa. What?
And that's when the Ottawa won the Grey Cup.
No, that was here before with Honey Birds.
Okay. So Ottawa beat who for the Grey Cup?
I think it was the Eskimos.
I was why you say you're wrong.
No, I think we got our...
No, it was supposed to be because they lost. They wanted it to be Toronto.
I haven't heard you say you're wrong yet, Wells.
Wrong about what?
What? You said on that podcast that Ottawa beat the Argos for the Grey Cup.
Okay. You wanna...
I'm still waiting for you to say you're wrong.
Oh, I'm wrong on that point.
There you go. Okay. You know what?
Well, you're wrong about the outside the park home runs and half the other shit you said in this podcast.
Most of the stuff is that.
I'm not wrong against the park home run.
You show me one. Show me one that was a home run because of the shit.
Nash Wells and Smythe host the Team Podcast. We love sports just like you.